Oh, what? Really?
Oh. Shocking.
Can't start it without fucking it up right off the bat, right?
Plug in again.
Get your goddamn ears in,
Sorry.
motherfucker.
I'm trying. Hold on.
He's trying to get some.
Gotta mute my phone.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even put it away.
And welcome to episode 34 of the Degenerate School of Wizardry. I am one of three hosts tonight. My name is Corey Shuba, and sitting across the table from me is the international anal penetrator, known worldwide as the man who handles the bags with golden touch, Cornhole Matt.
What's going on, everybody?
And to my left, the Italian Punisher. He will
Handling
beat your meat
bags.
until you say
God.
more.
Or less. As it usually is. Less, please.
Seth Sacco, how you doing, bud?
Hey, doing good. Do you mind if I plug one of my products?
Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead.
For everybody out there, I want you to pay attention next month. My release of R&B classics. This is my freshman effort, my first album. I cover such favorites as Teddy Pendergrass and others. It's called Long Dickin'. So I'll actually announce when the album comes out.
Is that a follow up to your 2000 release of Deep Dickin'?
Yeah, exactly. There's a trilogy. The next one's like I'm done dicking. So
Self Dickin'.
yeah, exactly.
So how you guys been, man? It's been a week.
Yeah, it has been a week, and
that,
I don't know about you guys, but I have been looking forward to this podcast because it is in fact not only the year anniversary of this podcast.
Yeah, we started this podcast on my sister's birthday last year, which was
Wow.
September 7th, and today is September 6th. So it's pretty much a year, man.
All right.
Pretty crazy.
And
I did
for everyone
not know
out there, it is a special edition in which we talk about movies.
Fucking movie episode.
And that
Sorry.
composition is actually by Corey.
That's on his.
That's on the- yeah,
That's
the B side of my, if they even have those anymore.
the digital
there's-
B side.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no sides.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Yeah.
that's
It's
sad.
all ones and zeros. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's- Well, yeah.
I nerded out real quick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're gonna start rapping about movies, if you want to kick it off,
Let me first say this. I was
How-
thinking about this all week.
how do you want to do this? Do you want to go like from when we were little kids up to now, or do you want to just make it fucking random and just go crazy?
I think my first observation will set the tone. Okay. Oftentimes that we watch the movies which we love the most and that we grew up on,
Okay.
and the relationship to the protagonist, at least in my case, has changed over the years. When you're a kid and even a teenager, you tend to identify with the protagonist or the superhero. You
Right.
put yourself in the place of Superman
Okay.
or whomever, right?
Right.
And as time goes on, as you have life experience, you identify with different characters within the movie. And in my case, this is I can more directly kind of point this distinction out from protagonist to like secondary character.
Okay.
And the movie Terminator. Okay. Yeah, exactly, right? Now, Michael Baine's character, I forget what his name is in the movie. It's Reese something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this is the movie, but I'm like, what's that thing that I just brought up? And we're talking about movies? No, okay.
The dude.
Yeah.
The one guy.
The guy,
face.
the guy who goes back in time to
Right.
fight the Terminator.
Right.
Okay, we're all supposed as men to be like, yeah, I can change the course of history. But as you know, I got into my 20s and now I'm in my early 30s. I identify with a different character in that movie. We all recall the post-apocalyptic scene in which
It was Kyle Reese. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle Reese. Yeah, I was right.
You're right.
So the Terminator, the T-1000, without the skin, is just walking across, and then it zooms into that pile of skulls, and then the foot crushes it, and I'm like, I think that's the character, which is most likely to be my fate. It kind of, that skull kind of had my facial structure. Like, I'm probably not Kyle Reese. I'm probably the guy who went, oh, what's that? And then done. That's my role in the apocalypse.
You know,
I was gonna say I love watching old movies like that, like now in HD. Holy shit, it's my favorite thing. I have like a new appreciation for actual puppetry and set pieces and just everything that used to go into movies instead of just straight up CG.
Right.
Predator was fantastic. You watch Predator, just seeing the detail in the costume. Like, I know the acting's terrible and. It's
another Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Let's not forget
it was good though.
The way they,
exactly.
It's pretty fucking badass.
Oh yeah.
They dealt with limitations in the weaponry in like weird kind of funny ways now, but you have to appreciate that they were like they were looking for something that they didn't have the ability to do, and they're like, well, we just got to go with this.
Right.
Like there's that scene in Predator 2 in which. What's his name? Gary Busey is in the meat packing plant, and then the Predator has this
throws the
thing, and
Chinese
it's like,
start.
but it's like it's so like clearly like doing this, like it's on a string or something.
Yeah, it's
and
bouncing.
Then, and the meat is in front, and then we assume that Gary Busey's decapitated because there's that giant spray of blood. I'm like, that is the shittiest, most avoidable weapon ever. You can literally just go like, all right, and just like watch it like bob past you. You know what I mean?
It's like a drunk bumblebee.
Yeah, exactly. Like. You came all this way to throw a shitty old frisbee at me.
You know, what really sucks about the whole franchise with the Predator is when they started selling out the whole basis to the movie so they could do the Predator and Alien movies.
Oh, God.
And then, like, every ass director thought that they could make a fucking decent Predator versus Alien movie, and they've all fucking sucked ass, except for the last one, which was quasi-okay.
Wait, you talking Alien versus Predator or just Predator in
the
general?
one with the nose? Adrian Brody, like that was his nose was a character.
You're talking about Predators.
Yeah.
That one was solid. I was asking you. Yeah, the same thing.
That's the one where they were like They were at the like temple and they were using the alien as a hunting tool. And it was like a game.
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one after, the one with Adrian Brody, to me was like the biggest disappointment because they PG-13'd it to death.
Yeah.
If you go back to the original two, they were fucking grimy. Like it was real. The gore was realistic. It wasn't over the top, but if you rip someone's spine out of their body, it's not going to be clean and nice.
No.
And you know what I mean? Like
ligaments are going to pool.
Right,
it's going to be disgusting.
And not only that, there's whole like erroneous storylines. Like the Lawrence Fishburne storyline didn't even need to happen. They just needed to get them weapons. I'm like. First of all, these are advanced people who can like travel through space. You don't think they're not going to look like, hey, I think a human would go in there.
Right.
So they just couldn't find him all this time? Give me a fucking break.
I don't know.
Damn, I dug it. Yeah. I thought it was okay. As far as Predator movies go.
I liked the imagination, but the execution lacked.
Speaking of the gore factor, though, like, I'm really appreciative to like the new era of television with the whole like Walking Dead. Because that shit's pretty fucking graphic.
Yeah.
Like, for television, like, I get it. It's cable. They can do whatever they want, and they can swear.
Right.
But, like, that shit is fucking intense. Like,
there's a ton.
Axes straight to the fucking face, baseball bats, point blank execution shots.
Like,
it's pretty impressive.
Like even Breaking Bad, like the guy dissolved in the bathtub.
Yep.
Oh man,
Dude, I cannot wait till Sunday.
Here's what
Although the last Breaking Bad really threw me for a loop.
Did it?
Yeah,
I'm not caught up. I'm running Netflix Breaking Bad, so I'm like behind.
I know that Bryan Cranston is in that, but I don't know anything else about it.
Oh, dude, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah, some people love it.
I can't believe that you don't watch it.
No, dude.
Sometimes I can't take too much.
Don't give me this.
Yeah,
If I'm telling you that you dig it, you'll fucking dig it.
Yeah. No, I'm sure I'll catch up to it in a couple years when everyone's like, what?
No, you'll be online. You'll be like, Breaking Bad is that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone will be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You'll get into it and you're like, I don't know. I have a problem with it. Like I can only watch like so much of it, and then I have to stop. Like and not, like when I was catching up as far as doing the season, whatever you want to call it, the season burns, the season runs, runs.
Well, see, I just recently, actually, this year,
I'd get burnt
a couple months ago, started watching Arrested Development, and people have been telling me it's been genius for years. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking genius.
It's like the best shit ever.
Yeah, it really is.
And this latest one that was only released on Netflix is the best one in my opinion.
No, it's great.
Fucking incredible.
Now you were saying something about like how many episodes you can watch in a stint. I actually prefer to let them get a little bit ahead and then watch a bunch of episodes at one time.
Binge out. Yeah, that's what they call it. It's like a new thing called binge watching.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to throw out there.
I will even fucking binge watch episodes I've already seen.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like when they were gearing up for Breaking Bad to come back, I sat there one afternoon and just pretty much watched the last 2 seasons all the way up until like it was time to watch the new, you know. And here's the thing that's really busting my balls about television now is we'll get back to movies in a second. Is the whole fucking
the podcast derailed in like less than 5 minutes. I know. Like, oh, it's a movie episode. Hey, you know what I saw on TV the other day?
Well, it's kind of like movie-esque. Is the mid-season fucking finale. What bullshit, man. They have these mid-season breaks now.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
I fucking hate that shit. Yeah. And they split up one season over the course of a year where they'll show X amount of episodes, have the mid-season finale, and then you gotta wait another fucking 6 months until that shit starts again.
When the hell did that start?
Just like 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, was that like within like the heroes realm, or is that like way later? I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, really.
Oh, God.
I do watch a lot of movies, though.
Burns my asshole. Sorry. So,
love watching movies.
Yes.
Something I was thinking about the other day was the correlation between the Ninja Turtle movies, the Ninja Turtle comic book, the Ninja Turtle TV show, the Ninja Turtle video game, and then the Ninja Turtle toys. And I wasn't on all of that shit. I was just a big fan of the Ninja Turtle movies and the video game for Nintendo. And I had a couple Ninja Turtle toys.
Okay, which Nintendo one?
The original,
the arcade or the original?
The original.
That arcade game, man, holy shit!
That's a quarter muncher.
Yeah, that was.
I had the NES. Like,
oh yeah, that one too.
Yeah, man,
with
that
the
was
van,
shit.
Remember when you got the van?
Yeah, that was such a crazy like weird RPG side scroller. Like
like
it had such a blend of everything, like platformer and just it was fantastic. But I watched the first Ninja Turtles movie. Actually,
and, this is actually how evolution works. If you look at the way that scientists scale it, the big branch starts with movies, and then we branch off to TV, and then off of the TV branch, we then branch off to video games. Next, it'll be like the kaleidoscope, and then
and then we'll be talking about the process to have
cave paintings and shit. Like, man, that buffalo was out of control.
The C-section process for a 400-pound.
A tauntaun? I don't know.
No, fucking. God damn it. Fuck it.
Yeah, it was there.
That Japanese bear.
Panda
bear. God damn it.
Panda, really?
Like I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna edit that part out.
Oh,
so when you hear that, when you like everyone that's seeing this live right now, when you go back and check this out
you
on
said
the
something
podcast,
smart and funny.
I just made everyone laugh, and it was really funny.
You're like Tauntaun, I throw out Bantha. And then he's like, nah, fucking Panda Bear,
no,
dude.
How about something in real life? Well, let's take this opportunity to just like take a U-turn and just get back on that big branch again.
Right.
Just for funsies.
Funsies.
There are, our generation, I think, is more privileged than others in that we had
the most enriched art form of media ever exposed.
Of course.
For
definitely.
Not only that, but we had a series of coming-of-age films from the 80s all the way to the late 90s, which were like directed entirely toward us.
Right.
And I want to take a quick survey of which ones were most important to you guys.
The Sandlot was a great movie.
Sandlot?
Shit. Indiana Jones.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Star Wars.
Yeah. I mean, those are kind of out of my realm.
Those might be a little bit before us because when we were born, the last one that just came out.
Yeah, Indiana Jones. Like I remember seeing The Last Crusade. Like so that I guess. But that's one of my favorite ones of the trilogy.
Absolutely.
Honestly,
I think I was actually really lucky in the fact that my mom used to take us to movies all the time
yeah.
when we were little. Like
absolutely.
During the summertime, my mom would just fucking take us to movies, and my mom was the queen of the whole watch a movie. Hey guys, let's walk across the hallway. Into another movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
We could spend the whole afternoon at the fucking
your mom
movie
was a
theater.
rebel.
Yeah,
my mom was shit.
Let's put a bookmark here because I think this is an important conversation. I just want to, and I know this is kind of excluding Matt because this is a memory between two people. But I want you to take. I know you're like fuck again. I thought we already fixed that. Okay. We went to this movie theater in I think it's in Rosemont. It's a hunk of shit. It's always been a hunk of shit. and we saw actually as it came out, Garbage Pail Kids, and I don't remember a thing about the fucking movie.
It's one
It
of
was
the worst
garbage.
movies I've ever seen.
It was garbage.
I have it over there. I got
Yeah.
it for 99 cents.
Yeah, and you paid too much.
No,
Yeah,
I
paid way
did.
too
I
much.
paid way too
They
much. I
should've
watched
paid
it
you
once and I just
99
did.
yeah. Exactly.
Be like, I want to buy this. They're like, no, sir. Here's $1.
Hey, that movie
Take
is like,
this away
like
from us.
it's amazingly bad. It's
There's a holy shit a $5 rebate and it's free.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
holy hell.
See, the only reason I remember that whole night is this. I think the still to this day the hardest I've ever laughed is at my little brother Jared. As we were walking out to the car, we were leaving the movie theater. He tells Nancy, Corey's mom, that he didn't know that he'd went into an out of order stall, and I guess he had to take a dump, and I guess he flushed it and everything came out onto the floor and he didn't know what to do. So he just stood in there for 30 minutes and not knowing what to do. And it wasn't even that, like, as an adult, like, trying to, like, think of what a little... But my little brother, like, just staying in the bathroom, like, watching shit flow out of the toilet, not knowing that the fucking toilet... Like, I was laughing so hard that Nancy got mad at me because I couldn't get in the car because I was so laughing. But then she started laughing because it went on for so long that it just became hysterical. And me and Corey laughed the whole way home, and my little brother was just, like, next to tears because we could not stop laughing.
Poor kid.
Yeah,
He got turds on his shoes and you made fun of him.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
Man.
It was too easy when we were kids.
Oh god,
That kid was a fucking... That's why he's so funny now.
Yeah,
It's because...
just, like,
and he could thank us for that,
shoot
goddammit.
the arrow and then paint the bullseye around it. That's how easy it was to make fun of him as a kid.
Yeah.
But I digress. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
So the actual umbrella of media as us growing up
right.
as kids, like it... By far, I mean, when we have kids, I can't even imagine how awesome it's going to be for them.
It's ridiculous
worse,
as it was when
right?
we were younger.
No,
I mean, the
no,
scope
I don't
of
think.
everything.
I think it's going to be just as good.
See, I think they'll have greater variety, but material quality of movies, I think.
I don't know.
In the late '80s, for us, like Weird Science. I haven't seen a single movie yet that is as personal or hits like.
What about Stand By Me?
Stand By Me, also great, but they're not going to... I haven't seen one kids movie or one preteen movie that isn't either a remake of a film that was better,
Right.
or some, like, banal garbage that... I mean, it's basically a plot line with a bunch of CGI in it.
Yeah.
I mean, think, like...
They're all like
there-
mini Michael Bay movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, think of one movie that, like, got your imagination going, then, like, can I actually turn a Barbie into a really hot Kelly LeBrock? And then, like, to fix my problems as, like, a guy who can't get any. And granted, I was so young at this point, there was not any to get.
Right.
And, I mean, that actually didn't change. Too much further down the road anyways. And at that
Big
point...
branch.
Yeah,
Big branch.
yeah,
Let's stay on the
exactly.
big branch.
Yeah, exactly. Big branch. Yeah. So, to me, having those, like, not only that, Fame. I mean, Fame is kind of... It's a little campy, but what a gritty, awesome, like, film. Do you remember? You guys watch Fame?
Nope.
Oh my god, you got to watch Fame.
No.
It was okay.
No Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cute movie.
love it.
Yeah.
But
You know, it was a really fucked up movie to have, like, as like a coming of age film when you're like a teenager. That movie Kids.
Oh, yeah.
shit, yeah, I have.
Wow.
Everyone
Yeah,
has that. Everyone our
everybody
age
has
has
that
that
movie.
movie.
And now I watch them like.
What the fuck?
Dude,
Like,
that movie's
Again, with
rough,
the
man.
identifying with the character, I'm one of the old guys in the background going, "These fucking kids."
these fucking assholes.
As a matter
These
of fact, I
degenerate
did nothing
fucks.
but bitch about kids the whole
Yeah.
fucking time before we started this podcast.
Yeah, we were setting up, and he was just bitching about kids the whole time. But that's true though. Like that's a weird thing. Like when movies mean something to you when you're younger,
Yeah.
and then as an adult you watch them again, or you older you watch them again, and then you're like kind of fucking grossed out by it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when you watch kids from our age point or our age right now, like it's like kind of fucked up. Like it's
Right.
gross. Like I
Yeah.
watch it and I'm just like
Yeah.
I gotta throw this fucking thing away. It's the
Yeah.
grossest movie ever.
I watched,
but when we were younger, we were like, "Fucking, it's about partying and rah, rah, rah,
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah, I
smoking
watched,
weed."
I
Like,
watched the director's cut of Big. Have you ever seen it?
Oh,
Yeah,
not
The
of
like
course.
unedited, like
not the unedited
no,
version.
like, dude, they're dropping f bombs.
Oh, really?
Drinking like crazy. Yeah,
God
like
damn.
substance abuse is a lot more prevalent.
Really?
And it really kind of like solidifies like the whole movie, that whole like where he's a kid in a grown up
adult
society,
body,
in an
like,
adult
going
world,
crazy.
like adult society.
Right.
He's dealing with adult shit.
How
like
much did
work
it get
problems.
cut down? Like
It got cut down a good 15 minutes almost.
Okay.
Like there's a couple chunks that are missing. There's one scene where he's in his boss's office, like the owner of the toy company, and dude's all shit faced and stumbling around and being like super tanked, and like I said, there's the F-bomb a couple times throughout the movie. It's really odd. Like I highly recommend watching it. Like if you can, I got a 2-pack of that and Mrs. Doubtfire on Blu-ray, and
both
it
director
actually
cuts?
and I haven't watched the director's cut of Mrs. Doubtfire yet, but
that was a good movie when we were younger.
yeah.
Mrs. Doubtfire, really funny. Anything with Robin Williams I always thought was fucking hilarious. I think one
he's
of the
awesome.
one of the most one of the like coming of age films that I was like really attached to when I was a teenager was Empire Records.
Yeah.
I watched that movie probably 8,000 times,
yeah.
and I had the soundtrack. Like
that was
I,
late teens.
yeah. We were in high school, but like it was
absolutely.
like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
That like there, I don't even know what it was. Like
That and,
like freshman to sophomore or sophomore to junior year,
Right,
something
right.
like that. Like I fucking watched that movie religiously. But
yeah.
the director's cut of that movie, which I have on
I don't
my
think I've seen
computer,
it,
it's
like, ever.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So like the regular movie's only like 95 minutes long. It's only like an hour and a half or something. The director's cut is like 2 hours and 10 minutes long.
Holy shit.
So like there's so many segments and scenes in the movie that got cut out from the final like edit.
Yeah. Is there like an
It's great.
extended
What is
Guar
the-
scene with Mark? Like and the brownies, or is that just like
there's a-
super limited? Because that was one. Of my
There's
favorite
just
movies.
like a lot of just
awesome.
like the scenes are like a lot longer, like instead of like being what's with today, like there's a whole scene before that, or the scene before he goes to the casino and he's like playing the drums and stuff. Like there's this whole like he goes crazy through the whole fucking store. He like lets this chick in, he bangs her out. Like
did it
while
make
they're
it like
listening.
less comedic almost? Like, because that's how the director's cut of Big was. Like it kind of like toned it down a lot. Like from the original like feel I got from that movie that I always remember having with it. Like it changed the mood. Almost the entire film.
I wouldn't say it necessarily changed the mood of the film. The director's cut, it's more music driven.
Yeah.
I think that like if you listen to the soundtrack and then you watch the movie, or you watch the movie and then listen to the soundtrack, there's like songs on the soundtrack you're like, what the fuck? That's not even in the movie, but it is
They
in
do
the
that a
movie
lot.
in the director's cut. So like
wow.
there's like a lot more music and a lot more just like casual interactions, and I don't know. I think the director's cut's awesome, and I didn't even know it existed until I found it online.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even find like a way anywhere to buy it. Like there's nowhere like you could like, you know what I mean? So when I show it to people, they like freak out because like a lot of my friends are like really attached to the movie too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it got weird.
For me, it was more. What was the counterpart to that movie?
To Empire Records.
Yeah. I mean, they are synonymous with each other. This one with Matthew McConaughey.
Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That to me is like the quintessential like coming of age story. Like it's the least commercial movie in which like it's a real story that doesn't require like any kind of buffoonery. It's just a good coming of age story. And I feel like maybe but
the thing is like it's a coming of age film for like our fucking parents.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it was like their
set
era.
that time, but
yeah,
it's that universal feeling of like that transition from a young adult to a less young adult. I guess because they were going from middle school to high school, but that's like one of those things that transcends age.
Well, I mean, if we were going from middle school to high school to senior to graduation,
Right,
like
yeah.
it ran the gambit. Like that was. Dazed and Confused is really, really good.
See, the thing though for me though is that Empire Records definitely belongs to a time and a place because all of those characters were quintessentially '90s people, like the girl who was suicidal and so mopey, and,
shaved head.
Yeah, and then
but that was kind of our generation,
right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, but it was a more commercial film than Dazed and Confused was.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think really what it is like Dazed and Confused, and then you have Dazed and Confused in the Gen X realm, and that's what Empire Records is.
Well, it's definitely more
sense.
directed to a very specific crowd than Dazed and Confused was.
I guess I don't know. I just know so many people that are like attached to that film too.
Well, they're synonymous. They're like, cause I think that there's an association between the two films, either by director or by the actors, because there's actor crossover in both those films.
Right. That's got a big disconnect now, though. Like, there's no record stores.
No.
I know. How
like, it was so
that?
funny. Like, their situation, their whole predicament was that, oh no, Musicland, Sam Goody's gonna come in and buy us. Holy shit!
Now Sam Goody.
That's like, bitch, I got BitTorrent. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't buying no CDs, but I love buying CDs though. I prefer to buy that shit from like actual like local artists though, like at shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm completely small branch off.
Yeah.
Back
No,
to the movie thing.
Yeah, no problem. See, here's the thing: we look fondly upon these record stores, but remember a time when they had us by the balls and they were charging us like $25 for a CD for an album.
Yeah,
and we were like, I'm fucking 17. I have a shitty job, and there's like a million albums I want to buy. And they're like, yeah, we know. That's why they're so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
So,
especially those
but that's
stores.
why. But that's why we would fucking one of us would buy it, or one of our friends
And
would
then
buy
you
it, and we
copy
would
it.
fucking copy it on a cassette tape.
Right.
And I had a Walkman. I had a cassette Walkman,
Which-
for the longest
Oh,
time.
yeah,
'Cause
dude.
all of my
Me
music was
too.
bootlegged.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
people are like, "Why do you pirate things on the internet now?" I'm like, "Cause I've been doing it since I was fucking 12 years old,
And not
man.
only that, like,
I have
I'm
like a
not-
whole
Exactly.
cassette collection of fucking albums
Shit.
that I fucking put in my friend's like tape
Yeah.
deck.
It started with, like,
recorded their shit, and just copied
Yeah.
it. Like,
taping shit off the radio and stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, just back and
was
forth
another one of
dubbing
my-
out from
dude,
cassette to
there was-
cassette, making your own mixtapes.
There was a segment of my fucking 13-year-old self that was obsessed with listening to the radio and like listening for the first note.
Yeah, and
then
then
like
click,
beep,
click. Yeah,
record and be like record it all the way through, and it would always burn my dick
yeah.
because right at the end it'd be like, "You're listening to what OT or like."
You're like, no.
Yeah, like,
WJRR. You're like 101.1. You're like, no, you fucking assholes. You're right there towards the end of the song. You
Yeah.
fucked it up, you know?
yeah, that's back when JRR and WDIZ were really good. But again, another tangent. Here's what's immediately apparent to me about us like recording things onto cassette tape is that we're all so incredibly stupid. And then the one guy who's like, you know what, man, why don't we make this like really easy for everybody and just do it through the computer? We're like using 1950s technology going, man, we could just share all of our albums, right? And we're like using this like primitive equipment. And one guy's like, I'm just gonna put it on this like thing which I can't even describe.
Yeah,
Just
but
like,
when we were
get
doing
up out of
that,
the
when we
air.
were doing that, you could not put music on a computer.
No, not until like 1999. I think is when Napster came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, what I'm saying though
I
is
remember
like
the first time I
you know,
saw video, like actual full motion video, like on computers and
Yeah, it's
and you know,
incredible.
like gaming systems.
I
and
remember
things
too,
like that.
and it was porn, and it was awful. I was like the wild west of porn. When you just like the descriptions were wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And you had to download it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
you just didn't know what the fuck you were gonna get. So it was just like Russian roulette. And I saw it was supposed to be like, I can't remember what the description was, but it was like hot blonde, huge tits, something. It was a fucking suicide. It was like I pushed
snuff
play.
film?
No, a lady put a gun in her mouth and blew her fucking head off. I was
Holy
like, oh,
shit.
That's
I was
not
like,
what I thought it was gonna
wow.
be.
Or
Oops.
I would have been like,
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's what I after I'm like, well, I think she's kind of like still propped up, and her tits are kind of. Oh God, here we go. Yeah.
I was discussing that with this one kid I know. I just asked him like because you know he's younger than me. I was like, dude, so what was it like with like porn? Like you had high speed internet like your whole teenage career. Like we didn't have that in my
crazy to
like
me.
in my day. Like we had shitty old AOL dial up like
Mhm.
like back then, and
Or
it was
worse, we had to steal our. I mean, my parents didn't have VHS porn.
Yeah.
But somebody's parents had VHS porn, and that's what we watched.
right. But like I'm saying like it used to be the whole
Oh,
yeah.
that line by line. You're
Yep,
just
line
like,
by line stuff,
can't
yeah.
wait to
And
beat
it
it,
was
yeah.
so funny because
And-
when I explained that to him, the look on his face of
Like,
just like
confusion.
disappointment and confusion, he was just like, "Wow,
It's like
what do
Really?
you talk about, strange man?
oh my goodness."
It's like when your parents tell you how they had to walk through snow to get to school.
Uphill both ways.
Yeah,
And the,
exactly.
and the problem is you like download one picture and it gives you like 6 billion cookies.
But
It
you
fucks
see,
up your
you
server,
you
slows
see
your
that
shit
walk
down.
to school is bullshit.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is legitimate.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
legitimate suffering. That's not made up.
Yeah, yeah.
I had slow porn.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, the cookies.
That's tough.
Dude, the pop-up.
Vicious.
Remember
Yeah, right.
when pop-ups were like the bane of your fucking existence?
Oh, God,
You
pop-ups.
could not hit that X fast enough, man. Fuck. When am I gonna get to beat it?
I actually perfected the 2-finger method where I was like,
Yeah, but see, you can't.
double
beat it.
tapping that shit.
Yeah, but then your dick goes completely unattended.
Yeah, well,
Just
I
like-
mean,
no.
Yeah.
eventually they all go away, and then
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah, so
One
it's your
picture.
boner, and you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do my homework, I guess.
I'm gonna use this goddamn utensil for what it's meant for.
Yeah, exactly.
Come- Oh shit!
yeah.
Tangent. Sorry.
Yeah,
no,
tangent.
Anyways, so yeah, but the whole like Empire Record thing, like we would, I don't even. So my friend Natalie and JMO had an apartment with Cliff, and we would go over there sometimes and literally just drink and pick apart, and we would rehearse or recite the fucking movie Empire
Yep.
Records.
Wow.
Like we had the script play.
That's awesome.
And we would like do. That was so crazy. Like we would
I got-
fucking
okay.
reenact
Dude,
the movie.
I can one up you on the fucking nerd scale on that one. I
Okay.
actually would print off the Monty Python scripts
Okay.
from like Life of Brian and the Holy Grail from AOL.
Epic.
And
Yeah.
sit there and read it and memorize it and just like read it and go over it
God.
and just like laugh, like read it like a book. Like I was
Things
such
you do
a
when no
nerd.
one wants to suck your dick. Huh?
Right? Right?
I mean,
Holy shit.
I actually, when I moved to Gainesville to go to school, I hung out with a couple of guys from high school, and they were really nerdy before nerdy was like a thing. They were just like guys who are kind of not socially that well developed or whatever the case is.
Right.
Cool guys, I liked them a lot. But one of the roommates was such a fucking douchebag. We were talking about Star Wars, just
Douchey
like
nerds. Oh,
just
they're the
talking about
worst.
having
Those
fun.
are the worst.
They got into an argument. He went to a fucking room, got a binder of the script, and went like, "No, it clearly says here
Oh
in
my
the second act."
God.
I'm like,
that's
You know what's funny
like,
though?
he just
That's
killed.
over the
You know, it's
line.
funny because you could actually call bullshit on that because a lot of times what it says in the script isn't what the actor said in the movie. Because they ad lib and
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
they say whatever the fuck they want. Like
Right.
there are several cases in movie
Pack it up,
scripts
man.
where the big block.
It's like that thing that fucking Optimus Prime was trying to beat up the Decepticons over there.
It's an Energon
Yeah.
cube. The life spark, the
exactly.
cube, or the one spark, the all spark,
the
all
all
spark.
spark,
There it is.
Oh Jesus Christ!
How about those movies? They weren't too bad.
You know, it's
I
Shia
enjoyed the
LaBeouf.
Transformers movies.
I can't
pretty thoroughly.
I can't get behind Shia LaBeouf.
No.
I can't do
Well,
it.
actually, the second one sucked pretty bad. Those two little cars, but I mean, for what they are, like they're just
Yeah, yeah,
special
yeah.
effects movies.
It's,
and, like,
it's all CGI.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and my problem with the movie is the first one was cool,
Mhm.
but the whole robots that were like gangbangers and
Yeah,
then,
that's
like,
what I was
the-
talking
and,
about
like
in the second
and then
one.
like the third one they had like the little ones that are like fucking the comic relief. Listen, I
Mhm.
don't want fucking comic relief in
I
my
just-
goddamn like
Yeah.
Yep.
Transformer
Just
movies. I
robots
want
beating each other
badass fucking robot scenes, kicking
Exactly.
some ass, fucking big
Dude,
ass
exactly, dude.
swords.
And
like,
Star Wars took that route with all that bullshit. All
And-
the, I mean, it
Yeah.
always had a little bit of comic
Yeah.
relief, but then like with all the new ones and the remakes and the
Dude,
the
I
add-in and
really hope
all
the
that
new
shit.
ones
You
are
just
going to
put
be dark
too much
and
crap
fucking
in it.
scary, and
Yeah.
like the new Batman's, like
Mhm.
the oh god, if they
See, I don't-
God, I hope they fucking do that. Although
don't-
Disney owns that shit now, so it's going to be all
Yeah,
light
but
and
they're-
fluffy.
Who knows?
Or
Who knows?
What they'll do is they'll bring on the director who did what's his name, Star Trek. I can't remember
Do you
his
think they'll follow
Abrams?
the video game of
J.J.
the video
Abrams.
game line of the Star Wars Infamous game, where you could either be a Jedi or you could follow the line of the Sith, and the story kind of like made you fuck around with both of them?
Possibly.
I
That'd-
think
that'd
what
be
they'll
cool.
do
Right?
is this.
That'd be pretty sweet, actually.
Like,
yeah.
They'll think
like-
of which storyline can create the most toys and most merchandise. And I mean this sincerely. And whichever storyline that is, that's the one they'll go with.
Well, I think
Because it's a
the
whole
idea
package.
is that the Sith returns, and Han Solo and Princess Leia's child is supposed to be the greatest Jedi of all time, or some such shit, or it could be the greatest Sith of all time.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I think Harrison Ford's contract negotiation for the next 3 movies is pretty fucking badass.
I didn't even hear it. What is it?
So
What's he getting?
he's got written in his contract that he has to play the role of Han Solo, and whether they keep him or kill him off, he's got contract money for the next 3 movies, and he can be killed off and or survive at any point.
That's
Through
pretty
the
sweet.
3.
He's been wanting
That's
to be
pretty
killed
sweet.
off in those movies since the first time he fucking appeared. That's all he ever says about Han Solo. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I wish they killed me off.
Yeah, but I mean, that was
See-
like his major control thing was like he wants to carry.
That's cool.
And he said that he wants it to be killed off.
Yeah.
He doesn't want him to live beyond this point because he doesn't want anyone else to ever
Does he
play
object
Han Solo.
to coming back as the
Harrison
see-through
Ford.
translucent blue soul thing? Like, is that?
I don't know.
First of all,
Do you know if that's in the contracts? Is that
I don't
in
know.
the fine print?
I mean, for the three. I mean, he's got
Check it out.
He's got that 3 contract money,
right.
son. That's all that matters.
he's
like
set up
80
on that.
fucking
That's
years
fucking
old. Like,
sweet.
he's
Yeah,
good
but
enough,
he's
yeah.
also going to be in the new fucking Expendables movie.
Yeah,
He's replacing.
everybody's getting in that shit.
Fuck,
And
man.
you know what it is? It's human growth hormone. All of these old school.
Is that what he's on?
That's what everybody's on.
Have you
that
seen?
shit.
Have
Dude,
you
he
seen
looks
Sylvester
like-
They're
Stallone?
all jacked.
Have you seen Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, here's the thing.
He
Harrison
is ripped.
Ford.
Yeah,
He's
it's like,
rocking.
dude-
He is fucking Rambo ripped right
Yeah.
now, bro.
See,
I've been
And
busting my
he's-
ass
he's
and I
like-
can't get that ripped.
He's
Like
80
they are
years
on some
old, and
shit.
he's like, oh.
The thing is, Harrison Ford is so skinny that if you put him on TRT, he's gonna look like the dog from Beethoven. Like, that's as good as it's gonna get for him.
Beethoven. Oh my god, I haven't seen that movie in
Yeah.
fucking
That
forever.
series-
Holy shit!
Holy shit! What a hunk of shit.
Wow, Beethoven.
It was like the dog slobbering and the kids going.
You know what? I was never really big into like the animal movies.
Oh.
You know, I liked.
You ever see The Bear?
I liked adventure movies when I was a kid.
You ever see The Bear?
I don't. I'm
It's
not-
a French film. Oh, it's
we-
about a little
Is
bear.
it called La Bear?
Or Le Bear?
I know the movie La Bear.
Maybe it is.
I'm
I don't
fucking
know.
around, dude. No.
I don't remember.
Our
But I do
childhood was
remember
me.
that the bear eats psilocybin mushrooms at one point and trips its balls off for like 15 minutes. And I'm
Now-
watching this when I'm
now I
like
wanna see it.
fucking 5. No,
I'm
you need to
interested.
watch it. It's really fucking cool.
I'm
See,
in.
our
called The Bear.
childhood wasn't filled with French cinema.
Oh, why
as
not?
It were.
Come on.
We were mostly like, when do we get to see Sidney Crawford's tits?
That was my ultimate
That was
dream.
it.
I was.
yeah.
And then we did in that terrible movie with fucking Billy Baldwin. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Obsessed.
now, if you could ever be disappointed by Sidney Crawford's tits, that was it. Because it was such a build-up, like, they're just going to, like, what, spin around or, like, jump out of the screen and just, like, slap me on the face? No, it's Billy Baldwin, and you kind of got to see him, but you kind of didn't.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the name of that movie.
I don't either. It's like something Drive or something. I don't know what the fuck
It's
it is.
not worth remembering.
I was gonna say I vaguely remember the advertising looking like some kind of body glove.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was a
advertisement.
fucking little kid, man, I had Cindy Crawford posters in my wall, man.
Yeah?
I had like 10 of them. Not 10. I think I had like 4 of them
Yeah.
though. Like I had weights for like a little kid. It's ridiculous.
Those
Oh, yeah.
Playboys were my favorite. Like I could look at a Cindy Crawford spread. Oh shit! I can still do it now, like all day long. Just like open it back up. And, oh, there it is, Cindy Crawford. Oh.
And you know what's amazing is she's still crazy hot.
Yeah.
You know what else is still
Yeah.
amazing? No matter how old she gets, she will never fuck me. I will never be enough to attractive enough to have sex with Cindy.
You
Crawford.
never know. I mean, she's got kids and stuff, so like maybe her kid needs like a fucking kidney or something.
Yeah.
And you just happen to be a match, and you're like, listen, I'm gonna give your kid a
What is her
kidney.
Well,
gonna
you
be,
could
like,
luck out,
50
dude.
years old, like
Whatever,
I-
dude.
Yeah.
You could luck out. She might just be a chubby chaser. You
She's-
never know.
Shit. Well, we know. Wasn't she married to Richard Gere at one point?
Who hasn't been married to Richard Gere at one point?
I don't know. I'm not his fucking biographer.
well,
it's not
yeah,
A&E.
actually.
Yeah.
That's
So let's
that's a good question. That kind of.
Oh fuck!
I want to. You gonna research that shit?
You don't. Oh, he's gonna Google Richard Gere.
No,
Yes, he
stop,
is.
stop. It fucking.
It's taking a turn.
Oh no. Did we pause?
You know the fucking on my computer took a shit
Poopy computer.
and it stopped. So I have no idea where it stopped. But since
That
we're
is
going
fucking
live,
hysterical.
I mean it hasn't been long. It's
Yeah.
during the whole Cindy Crawford Playboy discussion. But fuck, I hate when that shit happens. There's like, I mean, it doesn't happen very often anymore for some reason,
Right.
but when it does happen, man, I lose my fucking shit over that stuff, dude. I fucking hate technical issues.
It's life.
Yeah, technology sucks.
It's life interrupting
I
art,
hate that
which
shit.
creates the best art, in my opinion.
Anyway, so let's get back into the whole recent films like being made that were like the remakes. That
Oh
is
my
like
God.
All
this,
the reboots,
this-
the reboot
yeah.
Let
fever.
me tell you something.
You know what it
For
is?
me, it started with Dirty Dancing, Havana Nights. I fucking love the original Dirty Dancing with a passion.
Fuck you.
So good.
Did not like Dirty Dancing.
Really?
Oh, dude, it tugs my fucking heart.
You know, one of my
I mean-
ex girlfriends was obsessed with that shit and made me watch it. I'd never seen it before. She made me sit down and watch it.
I know where this is going.
It was fucking ridiculous.
Me and your ex-girlfriend's like fucking sitting on a couch together going, "Can you believe they put baby in a corner?" Like, listen, I wanted to put baby in a corner.
It was fucking awful.
Bend her over a fucking chair and like, or maybe fuck that gigantic nose of hers.
Have you seen? No, have you seen her since she's got her nose job?
Yeah.
Doesn't even
That's
look like
so
the same
crazy.
person.
Like,
She
that's
doesn't
so
look like the
crazy
same
that
person.
ruined her career. Like,
Yeah.
or it, whatever. They
Yeah,
attribute it to that.
That
That's
nose was
really
something
weird.
else, man.
Or the fact that she was a shit actress.
Yeah.
It could have been that
May
her
have
lack of
something-
talent
may have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Absolute shit actress.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
But that to me was like the signal of like, holy shit, all these remakes are awful.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is to when a movie, an original like storyline comes about, it's just so much better now. Like case in point, like Inception. That movie, because of like the way it's based off of the technology that doesn't exist yet, but it's a forethought. Like it could exist relatively soon.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
And then the whole time perception about how when you're in the dream state, that it'll feel like 8 hours, but really only 5 minutes elapses in real life.
Exactly.
Let's,
Yeah.
let's
which-
hang on 1 second and do that super hacky thing, which all like stoners do. And this, we're in the dream right now.
Oh, dude, I would wake up so fast and move on with my life.
Right.
Like, I wonder what got me caught in this one. And some other dream, I am handsome and in good shape.
I just
And
love
my
how,
dick is huge.
I just like the whole concept of the movie,
Yeah.
because it's based on technology that doesn't exist yet. But like, if you wouldn't have been able to conceive of that necessarily, when we were kids. Like
Yeah.
that movie wouldn't have.
Well, I mean,
no.
it seems like it's right around the corner. Like you've heard of everything about downloading your thoughts and
Right.
and memory onto an actual
the
like
singular
hard
drive,
drive.
all that, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Well-
I mean, and it seems like it's just so close. Like it's so close. It's right around the corner.
To take it back, our idea of technology when we were kids was like, I'll take it back to weird science. Hooking up electrodes to a Barbie and then have this computer do something in which
Yeah.
was just like essentially just filing through a bunch of pictures. We didn't know how the technology made it.
And those wires went into like a stand-up shower.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And there was like foil, and then smoke happened, and there was
Yeah,
lights.
and there's lightning, and then
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
that was our inception.
And then Bill and Ted pop up in a fucking phone booth.
yeah,
And then back
exactly.
down.
I watched Back to the Future today, as you know,
shit, so
and
good.
fucking, I was just sitting there like watching it, and I realized how shitty Dr. Brown's breakfast machine is compared to Pee Wee Herman's.
Oh, Pee Wee Herman's is
Dude,
fucking epic,
what
dude.
the fuck,
Mr.
man?
T
Like
cereal,
Doc
smiley
Brown
face,
like
bacon,
half-assed it.
eggs over easy. God
Right?
damn, Pee Wee
Dude,
Herman.
He's got like fucking strings getting burnt and shit. You gotta like replace stuff every day, and Doc Brown's is just like a fucking arm with fucking canned dog food, fucking coffee thing, fucking
Just
bullshit.
lazy.
Yeah, it's super, and it's half-assed, dude. It's all crappy.
And yeah, it's all over the place.
But, I
like
mean,
Pee Wee
that
Herman's is like
motherfucker-
laser precision.
Well, now
like,
that I've been thinking about it, Doc Brown did invent time travel.
And the
whereas,
DeLorean.
what the fuck has Pee Wee Herman done, really?
Here's
he
the-
went to the
honestly.
goddamn Alamo to find his bike,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah, here's the thing.
In the
Here's the thing
basement
about-
of the Alamo.
Yeah. Also, that whole Large Marge thing I loved. But
Oh god, that was
this
so
is
good.
important.
Couldn't get that out of my head. When I
Oh,
was a kid.
dude, that used to scare the shit out of me
Large
when I was
Marge,
like little.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about Doc Brown for a second. Okay. He discovered time travel, but he also made the time machine a fucking DeLorean, and he used uranium instead of diesel. So really, if
You needed the goddamn uranium
Yeah,
to
right?
get the flux capacitor up to 1.21
1.21
gigawatts. Fucking duh.
But you can use diesel
gigawatt.
fuel.
Gigawatts.
We discussed this.
It is a gigawatt.
Yeah.
But he says gigawatts.
yeah,
He does say
He
gigawatts.
does.
hell
yeah.
yeah.
1.21
Yeah,
gigawatts.
no,
Like,
come on.
it's
The
a-
DeLorean
But
had the
you can
what's the
only
frame
go
on
back
the
to
DeLorean?
the 20s. That's not very good. I want to go back to dinosaur.
Oh
time.
no, you
No,
could.
you
Why
could.
you could go wherever you
You-
want?
you
Why
could.
would you want it? Like, well,
Because
I mean,
the thing
I'd
is-
want to see some dinosaurs,
Because
but
you
I'd
don't
be
have
scared
enough
as
uranium
fuck.
to get back. That was always the problem.
Right.
Oh shit, I'm out of fuel. But if you can make your own diesel fuel, you can go anytime you want.
Well, you
Well,
could
in
just
the
carry some
future,
shit with you
they-
too.
well,
I mean,
it'll kill you.
bring
It's
up-
uranium. It's like
dude, put it in
yeah.
the little lead line fucking trunk
And
compartment.
they do
somewhere.
have it in the future. They have the Mr. Fusion machine,
Yeah.
and you can just make fuel out
Oh,
of
yeah,
banana,
you just take banana
and a
peels and-
fucking High Life
Oh, yeah, the High
can,
Life.
and
Yeah,
like
but
whatever
that's
you
like-
want.
Yeah.
But the problem is that didn't happen until the third episode or the third,
Second.
Second, yeah, that's right.
It was the end
But
of the
so-
first.
End of the first,
Really?
but it was
Yeah.
utilized in the second because that's when
And
they were flying
Let's
around.
be honest. Who the fuck wants to go back to the 50s?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I would. It'd be
Dude,
kind
they
of fun.
don't have razors back then. all the bush you get back then is literally gonna be bush. Like it's gonna, like no
dude, but,
concept
like,
of shaving their shit. Just wild, just growing wild.
Dodo birds.
I don't know.
Yeah,
The greaser,
exactly.
the whole greaser culture is kind of cool. Like, I mean, I don't know, like that whole
Motorcycle.
big body, the big body cars, the gigantic cars that just
Yeah,
floated down the road. And,
big sweaty vaginas covered in fur.
right? Fucking
I
bench,
can't get past it.
bench seats, dude.
Yeah,
I can't
Come
get past
on.
it.
yeah. I mean, I know the racism is quaint, and I'm sure whatever the case, it'd be a time where you could just let it slip.
But
whenever
you know what the thing is though is just let it slip whenever you want. No, I feel like the first one it concentrated on the story a lot and how interaction fucking with the space-time continuum.
he's closing his eyes because he's really trying to roll this one out.
No, I'm just I close my eyes when I talk sometimes because I'm trying to keep things compartmentalized in my own mind.
See, here's what I did. I immediately took the sound away and saw him doing this. And like put one of my R&B songs in its place. It was like long dick in.
Boom.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but like the first one is like it's very story oriented. I feel, and
Absolutely.
in the second one, it's like what the future's gonna be like, and
Yeah.
it's not really story driven too
Well, it
much.
was-
It's
it
just
was
like
tinfoil
it's all like
suits and shit.
Well, no,
like
no, no.
everything's like kind of like
It was. It touched on the whole Donnie Darko thing, the tangent universe more. It kind of.
Yeah, that's a good movie
kind
too,
of hit,
Donnie Darko.
dude. It hit the point where what happens if you do fuck with shit. Not
Yeah.
necessarily like just immediately. Oh, I'm disappearing from a picture and I'm not going to exist.
Right.
What else happens to the rest of the world? It had more of that
Yeah,
expansive kind of viewpoint. I mean, but
I
yeah,
kinda
it was.
feel like-
but
I
it was
kinda feel like the
laden.
second-
It was laden with marketing. Though.
I kinda
Like,
feel
it was
Yeah.
bad. Like it was all Pepsi, Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
and
it was
Reebok.
ridiculous.
Like it was
Yeah.
fucking nasty, dude.
I-
There's
I'll
a
say this.
lot of product placement in that movie.
That might be the first movie that whored itself out that bad.
Yeah, truly.
it was
There,
that was a good one. I mean,
Well,
but you have to look at like what else came out.
there was the
around
Black and Decker thing that came out of the ceiling
Yeah.
with the vegetables.
Uh-huh.
I think they even called it the Black and Decker something.
It had the logo on it.
pizza-
Yeah, it
that
had the
Pizza
big
Hut
ass logo on it.
dehydrator thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
little
rehydrating
Yeah.
pizzas.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
did you get? It's half. It's half pepperoni.
Well, I mean, the first one had Pizza Hut.
It's half pepperoni and half green peppers.
I think Burger King was in on it too. Like, wasn't there a
Dude,
Burger
it's
King in
just
one
ridiculous.
of the scenes?
Everything is.
Yeah.
It's just product
I'll-
placement.
Wow.
Fucking crazy.
I'll say
whore.
this though, for that series of movies, I defy you to find a better moment that pulled you into a movie.
Say the
than
hoverboard, motherfucker.
The first, no, not the hoverboard.
Oh, dude,
I
that
got
was
a
me.
Pitbull now.
And-
What was it?
and
No,
Yeah,
the Pitbull. Yeah.
The first movie when Michael J. Fox, or I can't remember his fucking name now.
Christopher Lloyd.
No. It's
Christopher
Michael J.
Glover.
No, it says Marty McFly. When
Marty
Marty McFly realizes that he's late for school, the second he touches that skateboard, the fucking Huey Lewis song
Yep.
turns on, and he just starts skating down the street and grabbing the back of the thing.
Uh-huh.
Like the most like emotive, like pull you into a movie scene of all time. I was like, I'm fucking in.
Yeah, fucking A.
Sketching, dude.
Yeah.
He was a badass. He's sketching on the back of fucking cop cars.
Yeah.
He does
Not
it
giving
in,
a shit. That dude in the Jeep sees him.
Yeah.
He gives him the dirty look, and he's just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Later.
hey.
Ching, ching.
He waves at all the chicks. in
He
the
does
aerobics
it. Yeah, he does it in
and
the present
jazzercise
time.
him.
He does it
Oh,
in the
yeah.
past.
Yeah.
He does it because he breaks that kid's
little
fucking
thing, he's
scooter.
And then like hands
Yeah.
him the handlebars. I'd be like,
Yeah, he's like,
hey, dickhead, go back to the 80s. Like, that's like $1 billion
and,
just destroyed.
and then he does it with the Barbie hoverboard,
Uh-huh.
which was
Uh-huh.
that
Mattel.
was another Mattel fucking
Yep.
product placement. It
Yep.
said fucking Mattel
Dude, they
right
were-
across the front of the goddamn thing. It was crazy.
There was a lot, man.
And
Like,
where the fuck is my hoverboard?
I don't know.
I've
I
been
don't think
waiting for
it'll
that
ever
thing ever
happen.
since. It will.
It,
I don't
it
want
might.
it.
I wonder what the tech's gonna have to be for that. Is it gonna be fans? Is it gonna be magnets? Is it gonna be like some kind of crazy?
It's gonna have to be some sort of
rotor-
it's gonna have to be some sort of magnetic.
Yeah, but magnets
thing.
are sketchy, man. Like they're really hard to like lock down and actually control. I mean, you try to do that. There's,
It'll have to do.
opposite polarities
It'll have to
fly
do.
everywhere.
It'll have to do with something with like the Earth's magnetic core and the board being like reflective from that.
It'll have to work
It'll
the
have to be
same way that
tuned.
the trains work. You'll just have to do it on a track.
No,
to begin with.
maglev. That would be fucking gay. I wouldn't
It's,
fucking do that.
Like, first of all,
Like, why would I do that?
I don't need like whether I can't. First of all, I can't even see my fucking feet. 'Cause I'm too fat. Now, whether there's air under my board or wheels, I'm not getting on a fucking skateboard anyhow.
Yeah, I really
So,
shouldn't ever get back on a
Yeah.
skateboard.
I mean,
but
You're first of
I
all,
want
you're too
one.
fucking
The
old. Look at me. I'm the groovy old man who wanted a hoverboard. And they're like,
oh, dude, I'd be all over a
guy?
fucking hoverboard in a second.
Oh, dude,
if
it was real.
Oh my god.
Not me.
I wouldn't care.
I'd be like, you just wait. Something bad's gonna happen.
You're gonna be like,
yeah.
I give it 6 months after you break your hip, you're gonna be fucking dead.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go home and sit in my fucking hover, lazy boy.
Oh yeah. I still like going out and pushing around a bit, man. I don't do anything crazy, but I still go out and
Yeah, dude, I used to
Fucking
hang
kick around a
out
little
at a
bit.
fucking skate park in Orlando called Badlands
Yeah.
when I was younger, and then I worked at RDV and we had a skate park
Yeah, that's
for a
right.
year. I
Yeah.
worked there too,
Yeah.
and I skated. I skated zero boards. That's my thing. I skated when I was younger, Santa Cruz boards, and then I had a Tony Hawk board.
Dude, I remember that.
yeah, I had a lot of zeros.
Your first
Over-
skateboard
yeah.
was that Joe Cool Snoopy board.
No,
Yo, yes, it most certainly was. Oh my god.
I had a
Had a
Santa
pretty-
Cruz board. That
No, your
giant
first-
Santa Cruz.
Your first skateboard.
How old was I?
this-
My
this
first skateboard was a
this was like-
Nash with a fucking
like-
volcano on it,
Yeah,
and
nice.
It
the
was
tail,
like-
the tail protecting fucking skid.
Yeah,
what was,
the
what
big
was it called?
plastic,
I
the,
forgot what
the,
that's
the tail
called.
skid
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
You must have been 11 or
Oh
12,
my
but I just
God.
remember
11 or
like-
12, fuck you. No, I was like 5 or 6 with that
No,
Snoopy
no,
board.
no.
Then
That
you're
Snoopy board-
you're totally confusing me with yourself and or your brother.
No.
Because I had a Santa Cruz board and it was
You-
fucking. It
you
was
might
pink,
have
and it was
gotten it.
fucking hot green and
Hell
fucking
yeah.
neon pink.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
See-
it had clear grip tape on the top.
Yeah.
It was the fucking
Oh,
shit.
my mom,
it
my
had
mom
giant
bought
wheels.
my shit at Toys R Us
It
because
had-
she's like, "You're not gonna stick with this."
It had giant wheels and it
I
only
mean,
had a
that's like-
tail. You
Things
know what I
that
mean?
she
It wasn't.
stuck with.
See, he eventually got that skateboard.
That's fucking
But he rode around on a Snoopy board.
Was it
for
a Mattel
long time.
Barbie?
He's
Yeah.
busting my balls so hard right now.
Yeah, he-
Bullshit.
listen,
Mattel Barbie.
Snoopy was so
fucking-
cool because he had those sunglasses on.
You son of a bitch. Now you are just fucking with me. You asshole.
Dude, what happened to Snoopy?
Ah.
Snoopy is not very prevalent
No,
anymore.
but you know
He's
what?
MetLife.
It was
He's
never,
MetLife, and that's
it was
about
never prevalent with me.
In
I mean,
one-
like my mom
I
was like
remember,
really
like-
attached to like the Snoopy Halloween
Here come-
one,
yeah.
or like the
I like-
pumpkin patch Snoop, or
Yeah,
like
pumpkin-
Dude, I have an
Pumpkin Patch
attachment
Snoopy.
to the music
What a
in
fucking-
the
that's how
Christmas
boring
edition.
our parents are. Like, they're like, get Charlie Brown's going to a pumpkin patch. Like, is he gonna fuck one of the pumpkins? No, they're just gonna like wait for a pumpkin to come alive and talk to him. Like, man.
You ever see that Robot Chicken one? Where the pumpkin
Oh,
goes
yeah,
crazy and
eats the
starts killing
fucking- yeah.
everybody. It's like
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead. Yeah, it's fucking fantastic.
There is one episode of Arrested Development in which they use the Snoopy music,
Uh-huh.
and then in the background you see a dog sleeping on top of a doghouse, a big red doghouse, and it's all Snoopy themed. I can't remember which one it is. But
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think we should take a break here.
Yeah. And go check and see if our cars are still in the parking lot.
I haven't seen any tow trucks.
We're at
go
an
by. I think
hour
you're
now.
all right.
I'm thinking about maybe stopping this while we're in break and letting it render back through to see if I can salvage the audio that we lost. But
I don't
I
know
don't
what that
know.
means.
because I don't want to lose this bit either.
Wait, how long have we been going?
An hour or just under an hour.
So we're about halfway through.
We're halfway through. Yeah, we're gonna take a music break and then.
Okay.
So the people at home are
Cool.
gonna see any. I mean, the people at home are just gonna hear the music break. But I think I'm gonna stop this recording here now,
Now
and then
we'll just
we'll come back from the
yeah,
break after that. Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Sounds
so
like a plan.
Stop that there.
Eat some cheese.
Yeah. I like cheese.
Who doesn't like cheese? If you don't like cheese, we're not buddies.
Yeah.
And then for everyone watching on the internet right now and the recording
Watching
of
you,
it
Mike.
there,
First of all, if you are watching us on the internet,
God bless you.
yeah, thank you, but
Thank
my
you.
God.
No, we'll just
What
say
else you-
God bless you,
Yeah.
because that's what
It's
we're
Friday.
really
It's
shooting
Friday.
for. Eventually, we just want people watching
I feel
live
like- I
and then
feel
calling
like-
in. By the way, we have a fucking telephone number. It's 920-CORRUPT or 920-267-7878.
People keep texting me,
Did
like,
you hear
call
that?
in.
Did you hear that?
I heard it.
I just fucking memorized.
I did.
I just dropped the number.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, stop texting me and call in.
It's Friday night. Stop it.
All right.
Just like listen to us.
So we're going on the first music
And
break. I
fuck
think
something.
let's do a little 80s. I don't know why. I
Huey?
just felt like
Yeah,
we're gonna
absolutely.
do
Phil?
We're gonna do The Cure, Close to Me, and then a little Depeche Mode, People Are People.
Oh, yes, they
and
are.
we will be right back after this.
No, Huey.
Yeah. Little Huey Lewis.
I mean, if you guys would have fucking mentioned that before.
Well, I figured you just pick up on my my reference.
Not mixing?
No, probably. That's how I do.
That's what makes it good.
And welcome back to the Degenerate School of Wizardry. Thank you for hanging in there with us during that break.
Yeah,
I tried to work on their audio issue on my side on the recording aspect of what we do here behind the scenes, and it didn't work.
Oh, shit.
So I think the first 30 minutes of our discussion was lost. I think I can salvage it, though, and I've done it before, so I'll have to work on that. But anyways,
I just realized that our boy Matt here is drinking through a chewy boba straw. Like,
he's drinking
a straw.
It's a smoothie straw.
Yeah, that you could, like, if you were being chased by Vietnamese soldiers, you could lay down in a river and breathe through.
Oh,
like,
totally.
As they pass by. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you can shoot fucking like pellets out of that thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. You just like, it's the ultimate in.
Have you ever had a
spitball
chewy
warfare.
boba thing?
Ooh. I just know, but I've seen them. I don't know. That shit looks kind of weird.
Grosses me out. I don't like floaties in my drink.
Well, yeah, and I don't understand like the sealed lid thingy. Like I don't know. It weirds me out. I mean, I'm down with Japanese food. I like sushi and stuff, but that's
actually pretty good. I'm not that big a fan of tapioca though.
Yeah.
Remember Orbits?
Yeah.
No.
That weird drink with the floaty balls. You like floaty balls? Come on.
Yeah, shit. I like it when they're fucking floating on my tongue.
Yeah. But no. But it was a weird fruit clear drink, and it had these little like they were all, like they're little balls of gelatin. It's basically like Jello mold, but in a drink. Very,
do you remember
very odd.
the ice cream that was like the little
space
pebbles?
dots? Yeah.
Or no?
Fucking,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hold on. I lost it.
Remember when those were cool?
They were like they coined it as
dots
space ice cream.
Yeah.
Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots. There it is.
What a
Ding, 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 ding,
shitty,
ding.
so shitty.
You ever had
But
that?
it's good. Fuck you.
No,
It's
yeah,
it is
delicious.
good.
It's delicious.
Have you ever had
Any
that
kind of
astronaut
I'd
ice
rather
cream?
dip
The
my
astronaut
balls.
ice cream
It's
in
okay
the
too.
package?
Yeah.
Oh, also shitty.
Yeah.
Any kind of ice cream's good. I love ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
ice-
why I was a
Dude,
fat
I
kid.
am a fucking slut for some ice
Uh-huh.
cream.
Dude,
See,
like
I
I'm
Cookies
a
and
whore.
cream, gallon
Not
of
for
it.
ice cream.
Oh, knock it out.
I can't. I don't care for ice cream. that
Gelato,
much, actually.
ice cream.
Well, I don't care for you very
Frosties.
much anymore.
Yeah, I don't care for your fucking attitude. You ice cream hating Nazi piece
Why you
of
gotta be
shit.
so negative? Fucking
That's how
shit.
you, like when you know someone's emotionally wounded, they go to you
Fucking Nazi.
you Hitler. You hate ice cream.
What are you like killing puppies on your
Yeah,
off
right.
time?
It's either
you
you're a
sick
Nazi or
bastard?
you're a communist.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one of the two. Communists don't like
What do you want to
tacos.
fucking share everything, you piece of shit? Yeah.
All right, so let's jump back into the movie thing.
Yeah.
So, before we went to break, I was talking about Inception and how what I like about that movie too is how the ending was so misinterpreted by so many people.
Yeah. Well, what do you think it meant?
I know what
like-
it meant
Well,
because
as
I watched
actually-
the fucking movie and I paid attention.
Yeah, here's the thing about the. I mean, I know we're talking about the dreidel or whatever it was that was spinning.
Yeah, it was
Is
on
that
top.
the top?
Top,
yeah.
yeah, the top. I'm more interested in the style of the film noir lighting.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
it-
Christopher Nolan is a fucking genius.
Yeah.
And I know that
Definitely
he
a pretty
was.
movie.
Was he the DP on that, or because I know he takes that style with him. wherever
That's
he
when
goes.
you lose me.
Here's the deal. With the ending of Inception, like the message that people missed is that he's letting go of his wife and he's focusing on his children, and it is based. He is back in the present moment. Like he's not.
Except
no
that we
longer-
don't know
Right,
that whether or
right.
not the top ever stops.
But
spinning.
that's the thing. The top isn't relevant to what's actually happening in the scene. What's happening in the scene is he's letting go of his wife.
Well, it's relevant
he's-
in that
and
we
he's-
don't know whether or not he's actually in reality or this is another layer of the dream. That's why the top kept spinning and we didn't find out whether or not.
Well, it
It's supposed to leave
wobbles
us-
and then it cuts out.
Right, but it's supposed to. I mean, we're supposed to think it. It's a cliffhanger.
Right,
Well,
but
how-
the thing is,
You decide for yourself.
but the thing
what-
is, when the top's actually spinning in the dream state, it's perfectly spinning. It never wobbles.
I was gonna say,
and
yeah,
it
if
wobbles. It wobbles right before it
I
cuts
mean,
out.
briefly. So
Right.
again, like that's the point is to.
But that
We could have just watched it fall and then
the
they would have
top
decided for us.
right. But
you
the
know.
top was meant to be the focal point in that scene. But the actual the actual focal point of the scene was him letting go and focusing back on his kids.
It was a distraction. It was a little bit of disinformation.
Right,
Right.
It
Yeah.
was like the.
I mean, but either way, even if it didn't wobble or if it did, I mean, I don't remember.
And see, it didn't
I
even
want to- I
wobble.
want
it was
to,
the most distinct.
I like
It was
that
like a
movie.
wo-
Like I like
Yeah.
that movie if it has the open end for
Yeah.
interpretation. Like I like how it could go either way,
I
kind
don't
of
know.
thing.
There's a lot
or
of
do
that
you like
in Children of Men.
No, I
too.
like-
I don't necessarily always like definitive answers with
I do-
stories and
And I like the fact that it's in the way that I took the film, him being in the present moment and having him be there in reality left
Right.
it open for there to be a sequel.
Uh-huh.
Because if it left it up to where he was stuck in the dream realm, then he wouldn't be able to be a part of a sequel because they wouldn't be able to go back and
let
get
me
him.
let me disagree with you on this ground. When we talk about film theory and we talk about an artist, and this is definitely true of Christopher Nolan and I can't remember who directed Children of Men, but I see open-ended films as an auteur or an artist believing enough in their own audience to allow them to think for themselves. You find in a lot of films that have to have that close-ended point A to point B plot is because they don't trust their audience. And you find that like in the movies like The Fountain, it's open-ended. They don't end on anything distinctive, and you have to use mise en scene and all of these other like film theory, like academic,
Right.
elements of a film to decide what happens. And what's happening is actually in the subtext. So good directors like that allow you to put the pieces together on your own and decide for yourself based on textual evidence.
So let me
Right.
ask you this then, and that being said, how did you like the way The Sopranos ended? I was
To
not
me,
a fan.
See, here's where I go back to making your point before. To me, that was they had no idea what the future of The Sopranos held because
Right.
it was such a viable franchise.
Asset.
yeah.
See, but that to me is a different reason to leave it open-ended than Chris Nolan used.
Okay.
David Chase is a fucking amazing writer, but he doesn't actually. I mean, I don't know if he owns it as much as HBO owns it, but that's like, let's not make any decisions now. Let's see what's going to happen a couple years down the line. Now, obviously,
it's a moot
James
point.
Gandolfini died,
which is completely blew me out of the water.
That fucking hurt. Actually,
God
like
damn.
it felt like a punch in the stomach.
It did too. Like I was
like,
I was really attached to him as an actor.
Yeah,
like
me
I liked
too.
everything he
Yeah,
did,
absolutely.
and his role as Tony Soprano was probably one of my favorite
fuck
television
yes.
shows
time.
of all time.
Yeah, all time, yeah.
there was so much of that character that I liked. You know what I mean?
love
Like
him,
he was a
yeah.
hardcore. He was a piece of shit. He was a
Yeah.
degenerate,
Yeah.
but he was also like
Very
a
human.
good guy. You
Yeah,
know what I
he's
mean? Like you
human.
could relate to him.
Yeah.
And when I heard that he fucking died of that
Oh.
heart attack, man, that fucking
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
it was like
put
a knife in the back. You're like, no, not
fuck.
James.
Of all of those people who could have died.
Oh, yeah,
you
for
know?
real.
Yeah. It's always tough when they take a main character like that.
Oh,
Like
God,
and someone like Dustin Diamond
Yeah.
is still around.
He's still jerking off at home videos trying to get attention. You piece of shit, you. Like, you could have taken James Gandolfini's spot.
Screech. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, fuck you, Screech, you
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn.
Oh yeah, I like this is kind of off. But did you guys? This is not movies. Did you guys watch Nip Tuck at all ever?
I never got into that.
Did
See,
you
I
ever get
I
into
heard
Nip
of
Tuck?
it, but I've never seen a single episode.
Okay.
no.
I was into 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
That was a good series.
Yeah,
I
Nip,
was-
Nip Tuck was
yeah.
accidental for me. Like it was kind of like I never really like sought out to watch it. And then
Yeah.
one night, I think me
Yeah.
and my buddy were out drinking on some random Tuesday night, and we went like back
Yeah.
by his house, to hang
All right,
out.
man, let's
and
fucking rage.
fucking Nip Tuck's on. We're like sitting there all tanked, just like, hey, why not? And like it was just ridiculous. Like
And
it
then
was
you moved
nothing
on
but
to Grey's Anatomy.
yeah, right. But no. There's so much. There's so much
I'm
crazy
just
sex
fucking
and,
around.
and
Yeah.
drug use and violence and disposing of corpses in the Everglades with hams and alligators and.
Yuck.
Oh, it's fucking fantastic!
Yeah.
Like the first two seasons are really good.
Yeah.
After that, it gets
Yeah.
kind of sketchy, and I've noticed that with like a lot of TV nowadays. Like typically it's only 2 seasons, and then it gets kind of sketchy. Like
Yeah.
like not to bring it up again, but I said Heroes earlier. Like Heroes had
Well, I think
maybe
it seems like if you listen
2
to
solid seasons, and that was it.
like there's a bunch of like TV, like the what's his name from Sons of Anarchy. They go on podcasts now, and that's the only time you actually get an honest interview.
Yeah.
It seems like the studio system just grinds these fucking guys down. They start
Yeah.
out with all this like amazing writing, and they have all this energy, and just like.
Are you talking about the writer of Sons of Anarchy, Kurt Sutter?
Yeah, he's the creator. But it seems
He's kind of an introvert though. He doesn't like to give interviews. Like his
Yeah,
own
well, he
podcast.
was on Smodcast, man.
Yeah.
He gave the best interview, and it like to me,
He's
like,
badass.
Yeah,
He's
the
a good dude.
first 3 seasons of Sons of Anarchy are really good.
Yeah.
but it just seems like the more successful something is, the more non-artists like like the penny pinchers and the bean counters want to have control over it, and it seems like that's exactly when a series starts going to shit.
Yeah.
You know, he was also a writer on The Shield.
Yeah.
So,
Again, another
really good, gritty.
series
Yeah.
that started out really good
Yeah.
and
And kinda
ended,
lost
like-
And
its way.
it's even
Yeah.
like that with movies. Like I've noticed, like everybody pushes
Yeah.
for that fucking trilogy. No
Yeah.
one can
Let
leave
it go.
one film alone. Like
Yeah.
like The Matrix would have been fantastic as one
Right, yeah,
one
absolutely.
fucking movie. He turns into Superman. He flies away. He is the god of the
Yeah.
Matrix.
Yeah.
He's unstoppable. He's Superman.
That second
right.
the second
That's
movie,
all they needed to do was
Yeah.
just
The second
end
movie
it there.
The second Matrix for me was okay. There were so many parts of the last one.
I mean that one
would
fight
just-
scene with Agent Smith, like
Yeah.
with the where he's got the parking
Yeah. That
meter
thing.
stand thing, and he's fucking beating all 40 million of them to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was badass. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
other than
like,
that, like,
but that's
like
what
the
it turned
story
into. It
sucked
turned
so
into
much.
like how much kung fu can
Yeah.
we fit into this
yeah,
movie?
but
Right?
like the end of the trilogy, it turned into like this whole like Jesus
Yeah, yeah, it
sacrificing.
they tried
like,
to- it got
too
religious,
preachy.
See,
it
they
got
ripped
really-
that off of Blade Runner, and
Yeah.
they. I had a professor who theorized that actually the Matrix stole from not only Philip K. Dick and Blade Runner, but also from what is that? William Gibson wrote this book. It was amazing. I can't remember what it's called now. Do you mind jumping on the? Do you have online capabilities?
Yeah, of course.
Internet capabilities.
Yeah.
I read this actually in my postmodernism class, and I'm like, holy shit, the Matrix like borrows heavily from this novel.
Who's the writer?
William Gibson.
Okay.
I guarantee you both have probably read this book or have at least heard of it. It's like cyberpunk, like the cyberpunk novel, like the quintessential book.
There's a lot of that. That I mean, I don't know when Equilibrium came out. Equilibrium.
Yeah.
Equilibrium. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that movie was awesome. Like, and everybody always throws it up as the rival to The Matrix. Have you seen it with Christian Bale?
No.
It has more that.
Oh, is it? He's also wearing.
Is it Neuromancer?
Yeah, Neuromancer.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man! I love that book.
Okay.
I
haven't read that.
You haven't read Neuromancer?
I have not
I'm
read
gonna
Neuromancer.
How
buy
did you
it.
get through college without reading Neuromancer?
I'm gonna buy it right now.
I was an art major. I'd paint. I'd finger painted a lot.
Yeah.
And took photos and.
Yeah.
I drank a lot.
Yeah.
I don't remember a whole bunch of it.
Read it, man. It's like I guarantee you're gonna fucking fall in love with it.
Hell yeah. Sweet. Necromancer?
Neuromancer. Necromancer. No, that was the Necronomicon. It was in the Evil Dead series.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, what a good
Oh,
movie,
did you
man.
guys?
Oh, my
did you
goodness.
guys? Do you guys know Halloween Hornets that's coming up?
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh.
Evil Dead
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and Walking Dead,
Uh-huh.
and it's
I can't-
just those two.
Lots of zombies.
I can't wait to hear
It'll be
people
fun.
talk about it after I'm done sitting on my couch and not going.
Here's the thing, like I used to going like when we were younger and get like real fucked up before we went, and then
Yeah.
it was fun because you were just out of your mind, fucking
Yeah.
wasted
Right.
on whatever. And then like now as an adult, I don't fuck around like that. Like
Yeah.
it's just like you go, and then plus when we were younger, they could touch you and like
Yeah.
grab you and
Yeah.
shit in the houses, and that was like way fucked up.
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
it's like they have this like 6-inch rule where they can't even like fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like
a lot of those haunted
Rah,
houses have
you're
gotten like that. It's
Yeah.
it's so
It's an
weird. Like
insurance
they,
thing.
they used to all be. I remember back in Chicago, like they'd have like the 10-story ones. Like if you could get all the way through, you'd get some fucking T-shirt or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, and then that
Yeah.
fell off really fast because people just
It
pushed
says that,
through because they wanted their fucking T-shirt.
Neur-
for free.
Neuromancer-
Yeah. Like, fuck this bullshit.
dude, it's saying that Neuromancer was written in '84. It's pretty badass.
Yeah. Neuromancer is the shit.
I'm gonna get on
Um,
that.
Oh yeah.
For me, like there was this time. Obviously, we all went through like everywhere we go, let's get fucked up. It'll make the experience way cooler.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about being a teenage kid, though.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Or
exactly.
like a young adult. You know, like
Now I just want to walk around. Like I just want to walk an excuse to walk around somewhere and to like sit down and like drink
this?
something.
I don't
What's
know.
this?
It's a phone
A
call.
phone call.
Oh, shit.
Have we ever had one of those?
I don't know. We're about to find out.
Oh,
though.
my
Here we go.
goodness.
Dude, it's probably your mom going, "You filthy fucking pigs."
Watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Shit house McGillicuddy.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail,
here we
press
go.
2.
Shithouse McGillicuddy.
Shithouse McGillicuddy. How we doing tonight, buddy?
Hello, how are ya?
Doing
this
pretty
evening?
good. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, top of the evening to ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Who's
Hey.
there?
Hey, thanks for calling in.
Who's there? Is it old Matthew?
Hey.
Ezio?
Hey.
Old fat face.
How's
as
it
I like
going?
to call him. At one time, I used to call him old fat face bald head.
Old fat
That's what
face
the
bald.
thing-
Yes. That was my nickname. Yes,
Now
I remember
he's-
that. I'm very fond of that. That
Now-
was when we used to throw back shots at Jameson. Like,
Now he's skinny face.
That's what,
Fierce.
that's what I used to call him.
Yes.
I still call Seth fat face. I still call him that. Yeah.
You can't see it because my face is too fat, but I'm making a frowny face.
And
Yes.
and what
How are you, gentlemen, this evening?
pretty good. What
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Thumbelina? You left me out, you fucking asshole.
Oh, who's that? Oh,
Oh.
Corey. Oh, it's Corey. Who can forget Corey, the most unremarkable man that ever lived?
How you doing
A
tonight?
lifetime. Oh, I'm doing well. Drinking on Grandpa's old liquor bottle.
I
Not
hear
his
ya.
cough
Yeah.
medicine, just his liquor bottle, if you know what I mean.
Did you dig into that bag of references? Come up a little empty. Not many bottles left in that bag.
Hey, you do
Oh,
really. Hey, do,
it sounded like you made a funny joke, but all I hear is a panic room behind you.
Yeah. Well, that's actually where we store the cheese.
hey, did you?
I
re-
hear Corey well,
Did you?
and then I hear nothing but muffled sounds like you guys are in that guy Estange's house.
Who? Esperanza?
Oh, the guy from Baltimore, that raped a couple ladies and held them in their house.
Castro's house.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm
Castro's
sorry.
house.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't listen to NPR.
I do
you
not.
ignorant bastard.
And that dude just hung himself too. What a piece of shit.
yeah, right.
No. Thank you.
Yeah.
He saved the taxpayers.
Well, yeah.
tons
Yeah,
of
but
money.
still, that motherfucker tortured those chicks.
And now
they-
he's gone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's a piece of shit because he hung himself. That's why.
Well, it just sucks because that's the easy way out, and those chicks did not have the easy way out.
It's the cheap way out. Thank you, douchebag, for ending it. We should have done it for you.
Oh, you thought he was going to be an upstanding gentleman after that. You thought he was going to go accept his punishment.
Dude, he was coming up, man. He was bagging. I heard he started bagging groceries at Whole Foods.
Shit house in Detroit.
He was coming up, man. He was coming back.
Really turning it around.
He was. He was turning it around.
And Corey's actually holding his phone like a rabbit ear antenna from a TV.
I have to. There's no way for me to patch it into the board.
Oh no,
it's only.
So we just kind of have to like yell at it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shit-face McGee.
It's shit-face McGillicuddy.
McGillicuddy.
My name is Shithouse McGillicuddy.
Shithouse.
And you respect me.
I do.
You respect me, lad.
Hey, you do realize that tonight is the 1-year anniversary of this podcast?
No, I don't.
Yeah, we did.
I did not realize that. What is it, November 9th already?
No, September. Me and this dude, AJ, started this thing on my sister's birthday last year, September 7th. And today is September 6th, so we're 1 day shy of 1 year.
Well, sir, I will tell you that, not ours, of course, but the first podcast didn't go out until November 9th.
Was it November
the very
9th?
first one?
Oh, I'm not
I thought
it was November 9th.
Okay. I swear to God, I thought we did it on my sister's birthday.
Yeah. Well, apparently,
no, sir.
Shit, fuck McGillicuddy over
then
here.
Then we did it right after my birthday. I don't remember it that way. I don't know. Fuck it. I
Well,
don't really pay attention to things
You know
like
what?
that.
Let's just say it's the 1 year anniversary. It doesn't matter.
Oh no, I don't want. I mean, if we still got like another week or so, and if it's after my birthday, then definitely wait.
Well, if it's
Well,
November,
why don't we just say
if it's November? We got like 2 fucking months.
Who has lived through everything?
Just say it's the 1 year anniversary every time. You'll be right eventually.
No, touche. I didn't even think about it like that.
Yep.
It is weird. I can only hear Corey Schuba. The rest of you sound like extras in a shitty movie.
Like what kind? What movie?
Apropos of the podcast, sir.
Yeah.
Have you been? Have you been paying attention?
Well, I can hear Corey pretty clearly.
Yeah.
The rest of you sound like you were extras in a movie made on Nokia.
Speaking of shitty sequels, that comment was the shittiest sequel. I think we got that the first time, sir.
Hey,
you were saying though?
Shit, fuck McGillicuddy.
Yeah. What's his name?
What's your favorite movie, man? Like seriously, we're talking about movies.
Yeah. This is the special movie edition.
What do you got?
Oh, the funniest movies of all time. I will tell you that. Number 1, Dumb and Dumber. I mean, come on.
Hell yeah. That's fantastic.
I concur.
Yes.
It's really funny.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I will contest that the number 2 funniest movie ever written was Zoolander.
No.
I can't contest to that.
Nope.
I've never seen it.
No.
I've seen it. Where's the hang up button on that phone?
Funny. I can't believe you put that ahead of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Come on. Ghostbusters is way funnier than Zoolander.
I'm saying most quotable. I mean, if anybody knows Shithouse McGillicuddy, they know he quotes Bill Murray on a daily basis.
If we're going quotable movies, man, fucking Jane Silent Bob Strikes Back is fucking epic.
How about Revenge of the Nerds?
Revenge of the Nerds is good too.
Put that shit in my hand. If you don't, wait, what is it? Hold on.
Put that shit in my hand.
Uh-oh.
Are you talking?
Yeah,
the song. Yeah, the Jay sings.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it Irish, and this accent is really wearing on me.
So why don't you knock it off then already?
Yeah, you can just talk like a...
All right. Yeah. I'll call you guys later.
Yeah.
All right, bud. Bye.
Thanks for the call,
later,
bud.
man.
Yeah.
Peace.
I don't know. Why did he call from an unknown number? That's so random.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Shit-face McGillicuddy, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it shit face or shit house?
Shit house?
Yeah.
Probably both at this point.
Cunt fuck McGillicuddy?
Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Drunk cunt McGillicuddy.
Yeah, there we go.
Drunk cunt McGillicuddy.
Yep.
I like that.
See, to me, that phone call was over as soon as he mentioned Zoolander. I'm like,
I could never get behind
never seen
Zoolander.
it.
Like it's okay. It's just not that funny.
The funniest thing is the fucking stone ice cold blue something the face that you have to make.
I don't know.
Whatever. Fuck that.
I just couldn't get behind it, man. I tried.
Yeah.
Dude, I enjoy Corky
Blue
Romano
Steel, yeah.
way more than fucking.
Haven't seen that at all.
You've never seen Corky
Speaking
Romano?
of Corky, Dude, I've been
Holy
playing
shit.
like little YouTube videos of Corky on everybody's status updates. One of him in his rock band, and he does have a rock band.
Wait, Corky from
Life Goes On. He has a rock band.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Because I don't know. I'm sure
Shit.
I put it on one of your status
I was gonna
updates. I've been
say.
doing it to everybody.
No,
Yeah,
I haven't
absolutely.
seen it.
Oh,
He has
it's
a rock
hysterical.
band.
Oh,
Haven't done it to
yeah.
me yet.
What
It's
style?
it's a trio. It's like 80s Christian rock without the Jesus.
Okay.
And
I
he's
like
the
my
singer.
Christian
I can
rock
get behind
minus
that.
the Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's terrible, but like I feel he's being exploited by the other two gentlemen because he's more famous than they are. But it's so shitty. They just give him a microphone and he's like trying to sing along, but he's clearly has Down syndrome and doesn't know what he's doing. So, but it's hysterical and it's
Man.
awesome because I love that guy.
That
He's-
guy's, yeah. Life Goes
Corky
On
is-
was amazing.
Holy shit! Remember the AIDS episode? Like that was the most topical. Oh my
No,
god!
I don't.
Like the dad, like the boyfriend had AIDS and he drank from the glass. And then as they were cleaning the dishes, they took the boyfriend's glass with all the milk residue running down. They're like they threw it away, and you were supposed to feel bad for the guy. Like don't discriminate just because he has AIDS, but you totally should. If someone
You can share your milk glass.
yeah. See, here's the thing though: if someone with AIDS comes into your house, you have to kill them.
You know what I found really funny is like the topical aspect of the show Blossom.
Oh shit! Man.
With how like it all like there was the pregnancy episode, there was
Yeah.
the alcoholic episode, there was some sort of drug abuse episode. Like there was always something crazy going on that show in the last season. It was
Man.
ridiculous.
I wanted
yeah.
to fuck Blossom so hard, like
do you
on
still
that piano.
do you still
Who?
want to?
Amy
Now
Farrah
that
Fowler?
she's in,
And, oh yeah,
do you really?
oh yeah,
Yeah?
No.
dude. I watched that show.
Oh, thank you.
Religiously.
The
Dude, she's got
I like
little
the other
fucking-
one. I like Wolowitz's girlfriend.
Oh yeah. What's her name? Amy.
She's cute.
yeah. Oh.
I can't even think of the goddamn name of the show now.
Yeah, I know. It's
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
God damn, I
it.
love that show.
It's really it's
Kaylee
well written.
Cuoco,
Yeah.
I want to fuck her. Why don't we just call this "Chicks I Want to Fuck That I Never Will" or can?
I'm
Chicks-
telling you, man. Find someone in their family that needs a kidney.
Uh-huh.
That's
Match it up.
That's a lot of work, man.
There you go.
I mean, I love pussy, but goddamn, I don't
Just
want to
do
leave
it.
my couch.
Oh man, you are gonna be carbonite fucking crazy. in like
Yeah.
30
Did you guys see
years.
that?
Yeah.
Did you guys see that
The
fridge?
virtual reality thing, the carbonite wall.
Yeah,
You get
oh.
like.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the carbonite fridge?
No.
Yeah.
The Han Solo. It's
They
been
have a
it's been
desk,
flying
too.
around like Facebook.
Yeah.
Like
They have
crazy.
the,
Yeah, I've seen coffee tables
The
and things
phone,
as well.
the phone
Yeah,
cover,
absolutely.
Yeah,
the iPhone cover where he's like coming out of the
Oh,
back
yeah.
of the phone cover.
That shit's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So yeah, I'm like we were talking earlier. I'm really hoping Star Wars takes off. Like the new stuff. Like I hope it takes
See-
that darker edge. And I think.
Do you think
with
they
that,
will?
I hope. I mean, like Disney hasn't fucked with Marvel too much yet. I mean, so there's hope. I mean,
They've got too
Marvel's,
much to do to fuck with.
Yeah,
things.
yeah. I mean, they have these. They pick up these entertainment. You know,
They just want the profits.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
like,
I think what they will lean towards, though, much like Universal's leaning towards the whole Harry Potter expansion of their park,
Right.
Islands of Adventure. Where, like they're building a section of a new park. It used to be the back lot where they used to film things, shows, and TVs and whatnot, and then it was all the back parking lot for the people that work there. They've taken up all that space and they're turning it into Harry Potter land.
oh no
Yeah,
shit.
that's good. I
So,
guess.
which would be kind of cool. But I'm hoping Disney takes MGM and takes like half of the park out
Yeah.
and just all Star Wars.
Oh my god, I'm really excited for like Star Wars themed parks, like
Oh,
straight
yeah.
up like a straight up Star Wars park or a straight up like Marvel park.
I would
Like,
cry.
well, they're
I would
kind of-
tear up. I would just
I don't
See here's
I don't know what I do.
virtual reality ride where you actually
My-
get to fly the Millennium Falcon like yourself. You just like
Dude, any of that shit. Could you imagine gigantic rooms full of simulators where you're just starfighting in a just gigantic
I have the
open
biggest nerd
digital
boner
I
right
know
now.
digital universe just jumping an X-wing, jumping a TIE fighter, jumping a stealth TIE fighter,
Yeah.
jumping a TIE bomber,
Here
jumping a
is-
B-wing and A-wing.
My nipples
Nerd,
are so
nerd,
hard
nerd,
to-
nerd,
My
nerd,
nipples
nerd.
here's
are
the thing.
ablaze.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh my
nipple
god.
crazy
You could
right
be
now.
playing. Remember X-wing and TIE fighter and
Yeah,
all that
man.
shit on the
Yeah.
PC. You could be playing that in a simulator in a goddamn gigantic Death Star thing. Oh
Let me-
my god.
And the simulator
I'm gonna
possibilities
cry.
are endless.
let
Like,
me
they are
look a little
incredible.
into the
Oh my
future.
god.
Here's what
so
I see
cool.
happening. Here's my forecast for the future.
What is it?
I'm gonna look into the future of all nerds,
The Oracle.
and I see a trend happening. It's an anti-commercialism trend because what nerds will find is that they feel exploited, maybe.
Not me.
And then it turns into the punk rock of nerdism, where it's like independent, where everyone invents their own like version of the nerd universe or their own take on Ninja Turtles or Star Wars or whatever the case is, because they're tired of being sold to. That's what I see the future: punk rock nerdism.
Punk rock nerdism.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you turn your back on Disney. And
I'll tell you what.
I don't know.
Fuck that noise. Because if they opened up the
'cause
a
you're
Star
old.
Wars,
You're like, I want to be comfortable, and I want to.
that's true.
Dude, no,
I'm not trying to like find myself or like be a rebel. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I'd
if
like
they came up with like a Star Wars park,
Yeah.
and it was just that, I would take my kids and I would literally
Oh, yeah,
be
I'd
the
be
most
all on
unattentive
that
child. I would
shit.
be the most unattentive parent
It's like
in the whole
three-
park.
they just
My kids would be talking to me. I'd be like, "Shut the fuck up, Daddy is playing right now."
They go to every bathroom in the fucking park and get raped, just like all day long. That's all they do.
They come out they finally find them. They're disheveled,
like-
beaten, bladdered,
man.
like clothes are ripped. Like, you look like you had fun.
Maybe that's why they haven't started the park yet, because it'd just be like a child molester's paradise, because none of
No,
the parents
yeah,
are paying
exactly.
attention whatsoever.
I don't think that'd be the
They're just
case.
running through
Kids
like
just
a
walking
fucking.
around wiping their mouth off all day.
Dude, I had an idea back in the day for a fucking. It's never gonna happen, so I'm just gonna throw it out there into the internet land. I came up with this. I don't even know if you remember. When I was younger, I was like maybe 12 or 13 years old. I came up
When
with
you
this
were
idea.
riding your Snoopy skateboard.
Yeah,
There you go.
fuck you, asshole. So I came up with a Disney park idea when I was like, I don't know, 12, 13, and it was called the Village of Villains, and it was a roller coaster park for ages 13 and up. And all it was roller coasters themed after all of the villains in Disney. So
Okay.
like the park wasn't like, there wasn't like kid friendly, like
How
ding,
metal.
ding, ding, like everything.
Villains. Villains. Like that kind of thing.
Village of Villains,
Village of
asshole.
Villains.
Duh.
Like,
And it's like we're
Jafar
all-
and
And it
Cruella
has to
DeVille.
be 13 and ups. No little fucking faggot
Exactly.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
no 12-year-olds.
It could
Exactly.
it could just be a height restriction, because it would.
Yeah.
And my idea was use Disney money to build the biggest and fastest roller coasters in the world.
Well, we know
And
from the
then-
Star Wars idea, you have to be at least dick high to get in.
I'll always
Yeah.
be dick high to get into that shit. But my main concept for that park was all of the villains that are in the movies. They're never never showcased in like the parks. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like they're in some of the rides, and they're like something that you could be chased
Right,
from or whatever. But
right.
How very postmodern of you.
like I think that
Just Captain Hook.
having their own like thing would be awesome. Yeah, there could be a Captain
It's
Hook
like-
water
No, I'm
ride.
just
Yeah,
saying,
or
like,
it's
he's
like-
the only one that's cruising around. Like,
Well, like
that
part of that
I
ride-
don't, I don't really. I've never. I've
Okay.
been to Disney like maybe once since I've lived here.
I have a vision.
But like I've noticed he's the most prevalent one. He's always wandering around.
Imagine this: we're
got-
we're in a simulator, okay, and we creep up to Captain Hook's cabin, and we look through that little like porthole window with the little cross in the middle. We look in, and he's trying to figure out how to masturbate with that fucking hook without like tearing his shit off. And then he calls in, what's his
Smee.
Smee. He's like, Smee,
Smee.
come suck this dick. And Smee just like waddles in and just starts sucking it so slowly. Just, like, gets down on it. And then at that point, Disney
Hell
gets
yeah.
sued and we all
Ah,
fucking,
speaking of awesome set pieces, Hook.
yeah.
Hook.
Which movie?
Yeah.
Hook.
The
Hook.
movie Hook.
Hook,
Yeah.
the movie Hook.
Yeah.
I was
With
talking
Robin
about
Williams.
awesome set
Yeah.
pieces. Yes, like
Awesome movie.
Remember
Rufio.
Yeah. Dude, there's a lot of chanting in that movie.
Yeah.
Hook, hook,
Yeah.
hook. Follow
Remember
the
that,
hook, the Rufio
that
chant, all
fucking
that shit.
fat kid who rolls down the plank has haunted me my whole life. 'Cause they're like, hey, why don't you roll like that fat kid? I'm like, yeah, I'm fat, so what?
Hell
I'm not
yeah.
gonna roll like that kid.
Dude, but the Lost Boys Village was badass. They had that crazy ass
Oh.
ramp. They had a fucking like half pipe
And all
Yeah.
that food
Fucking-
that was like
oh,
bright
that-
colors and shit.
Oh man, turkey
'Cause it's all
legs
imaginary.
and
Yeah.
hams and
And they took turns on fucking Tinkerbell.
They did.
Sure of it.
Julia Roberts with their little pixie,
yeah. So
her pixie
hot.
do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it could only made that character hotter if it was Cindy Crawford.
Oh, yeah. That's when you just like hear all the 13-year-old boys in the movie. They're like, just like fucking pounding it.
Oh shit! Well, I think it's become that point in the episode where we're talking about movies. We can't escape it.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Fucking had to be.
We
there.
got to jump into that because
Yeah.
we have mentioned Jurassic Park in every
Every
single one of
single
those
episode, yeah, yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
So I think we only do it justice by giving it a piece of our time tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let me say this: when I was, however fuck old I was,
we
when
saw
I went
that
to
in
go
the
see
movie
that-
theaters.
Yeah, of course. When I went and saw
Multiple
that,
times.
Oh, yeah.
it blew me a fucking way
Yeah, oh,
because
absolutely.
I was a dinosaur fan when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah,
totally.
Yeah, me too.
Huge dinosaur fan, and in Pittsburgh, there is the Carnegie Museum, and they have one of the most extensive fossil collections of dinosaurs. So when you're a little
kid, museum, it wasn't as crazy, but they still had a decent.
Yeah. Here's a quick story about that. When I lived in Pittsburgh not too long ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years, I took a date there, and then she lived close by, so I went home and banged her. That's my story. I do remember liking the dinosaurs, though.
I love it. You're just like, hey, I got some ass.
True story. No, true story.
Talking about dinosaur bones, I'm boning.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the dick on that thing.
No, but as a little kid, when you see these fossils, they're just
it just fucking wonder. Yeah,
it blows your mind.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yep. And what's funny is there's no like scenes of like Jesus riding any dinosaurs, which is kind of odd.
Like, hey, excuse me, sir, someone's made a mistake here. Where's my Lord and Savior?
How ridiculous! Holy shit! I love it. Did you read the books? Did you read the Jurassic Park like books at all? Did you read it first, or did you see the movie first?
Read it after the movie.
Okay, same thing. And
they split the book up into different movies.
Oh yeah,
because there's parts of the Lost World and with the little girl, that little scene with the little girl where she's eaten by the
compies.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's a lot of like weird shifts. That whole raft, the whole raft scene's not in the movie,
right?
And that was really actually prevalent in the Sega Genesis video game.
Yeah.
There was a whole level devoted to that, and it was really sweet. There's like fucking pterodactyls and shit, like all sorts of stuff that wasn't in the first one.
And they make the old man, I can't remember his name now.
Hammond.
Yeah, Hammond seemed like way more of a degenerate. Like he was like you could almost tell that maybe he didn't have all that money, or there was something shady behind him.
What in the books?
Or he was just more obsessed. He was more obsessed with like the.
It was like.
Just fulfilling whatever he wanted to do, that whole god complex.
He was using everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of like wanting to provide something for like a service for the customers or the consumer,
it wasn't
an experience.
Innocent.
No, not at all. It was about his god complex, like primarily.
Yeah.
I didn't read the book, so I can't really jump into it.
It's good, but it's plot driven and it's meant to be visual. So the movie, absolutely. I mean,
Crichton's a great writer, so
yeah,
all of his shit's awesome. Everything I've read has been fantastic. I mean,
Eaters of the Dead was good.
Eaters of the Dead was good. Yes, yeah. The Andromeda Strain. Oh my God, that movie is that book is terrifying now, especially like we discussed the mining of asteroids and things like that before.
I've stopped befrining monkeys because
holy crap.
the Andromeda McDonald whatever strain. I just took a shit all over this podcast.
But Jurassic Park. Oh my God, such a fantastic film. Yeah. And with dinosaur obsession, do you guys remember that shit Dino Riders?
Yes.
Do you remember when we were little kids, T-Rex stood straight up and walked around like on his hind legs, and he was
like Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah, and then like how heartbroken I was when like actually scientists believe he was bent over the way that we used to. I was so heartbroken.
Forward,
I can't believe. But when I saw
that's why it's such a wide, large tail.
Yeah,
right. It's because of the counterpoint. Right. Yeah, like. He was close to the ground.
In the Carnegie Museum, they have 2 full-size T-Rexes and a baby T-Rex, and they are so big, like
massive.
Yeah, if you want to go back and see what a skeleton looks like, and then go back and watch the movies, it's like,
dude, that shit's terrifying.
Yeah,
man. Like imagine living back then with that shit. Like, imagine having to fend.
We don't have to, sir. That's actually a part of history. If you'll remember our conversation earlier.
Oh yeah,
where people were riding dinosaurs.
True. Flintstones. Fuck, exactly. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Damn. Fire and brimstone.
Yeah.
But yeah, just oh my God. Still though, could you imagine like?
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine fighting off like a jaguar or like a bear or a mountain lion or anything like that.
Yeah, we barely made it.
Oh, I'd shit. I'm sure my brain would just dump out whatever kind of psychedelics and I'd just faint and get my face eaten.
In my I'm not the hero in history. I'm the skull that the jaguar steps on.
Right.
Like, man, I must have tasted good.
Holy shit.
You were the primate that was definitely taken down the fastest.
I'm the one who fell out of the tree and I couldn't get up, so the fucking pterodactyl just flew off with me.
Yeah.
Did you see that jaguar take out that fucking gigantic fucking...
Holy shit, man.
Dude, it's like 10 to 12 feet long, and this jaguar comes up behind it, swims through the water, comes up, jumps up behind it, just murks it, grabs it on the throat, just
like, shakes
it, snaps its neck, and then drags it back through the water and eats it.
Wow.
Fucking crazy.
There was the death match, too, between that electric eel and the alligator. The alligator sneaks up on the electric eel, bites down on it, but like the second he bites down, the electric eel sets off its thing, and like you can see the alligator doing this, and they both just like
die
right there on the thing, and it's caught on camera. I'm like, fuck the Amazon.
Yeah, dude, I want no part of that.
Like if I bite into a sandwich and it makes my heart explode because of the electricity, like I'm fucked, man.
Yeah. I actually might be down for that.
That's how I want to go out. Like my kids are like, man, it's time for old fat fuck to take a dive so we get the insurance money. They like rig up a lamp, like they just take the electricity out, like stick it in the end of a sandwich. So I bite into a light socket and, go, and then fucking toast up. Like dead as shit. Yeah.
Well, you'll be smiling because there'll be a sandwich in your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna die with a sandwich in your hand.
I just had a really
my
fucked
dying
up thought.
moments to try to like finish the sandwich without dying.
You're like actually like geeking out, like
exactly.
you're still biting it. Like
I just had a really fucked up thought about like population control and fast food. Like, what if they laced food produced by fast food to dispose of individuals? Like, what if every 20 nuggets or 50 nuggets has a cyanide bump in it?
Or there's like a tiny amount every time you eat something, it like accumulates so that all the fattest fucks get killed.
I see.
Yeah.
If you run a steady dollar menu diet.
Yeah, you die.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. How many punches do you think you'd get?
Oh man. Well, they do sell nuggets in 20 packs now.
That sounds like a good idea for a movie,
$4.99.
actually.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, yeah, we're gone. $4.99 nuggets. And you're just like,
and it's $5 footlong
and then
September.
they turn you into nuggets.
It's Subtember.
$5 foot long.
See, here's Subway can suck a fat dick because Publix is only like $1 more, and you get the craziest.
Yeah, and fuck Subway anyway. I like how they're all like, eat fresh. It's fucking lunch meat.
Yeah, man.
It's Oscar Mayer, high sodium, fucking
turkey bullshit.
nitrate filled bullshit.
You could go to
Have our
Publix.
avocado. Fuck you. It's
fuck
all
you,
processed
Subway.
bullshit.
You go to Publix and get that boar's head.
Shit.
That
There you go.
delicious boar's head. You
Actually,
get that Publix
there's,
sub. Listen, to everyone that listens to this podcast that's not from the South and doesn't have the pleasure of having a Publix in
fuck
your
you
area,
guys.
let me tell you, you're missing out on one of the glorious things
Hell yeah.
that this world has to offer.
The South
Dude,
will
I gotta
rise
give-
again, and it'll do it on the back of the.
I gotta
Publix
give
sub.
Publix props as being a dope supermarket.
Yeah, man, it's
there are
amazing.
not many good grocery stores up north, like from where I'm from. It used to be like Cub Foods and Eagle, and both of those have disappeared and gone.
I heard recently on NPR about
Although the Giant Eagle in Pittsburgh is fucking legit.
yeah, man, Giant Eagle's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had those in Maryland. We also had Giant Eagle, and
What
then
else? The market? Did you have the
and we
market?
had Giant
Jewel Osco.
Eagles, and
That was another one up
Yeah.
north.
what's the other one?
Yeah.
Something Giant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like there was Giant
Mhm.
Eagle, and then there was something Giant. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was in those fucking bitches like every day doing the fucking
shit,
systems
yeah.
in there. But anyways, I
was in there
digress.
eating food.
The Publix sub. I don't know how we got off on that.
I'm
but
writing a
know.
song about that on my album.
I said Subway was
Yeah,
bullshit.
I want some boar's head, long dickin' with some boar's head.
It's
Oh,
fucked up
man.
funny. So Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did we get
I
to
know-
sandwiches from Jurassic Park?
I don't know.
Holy hell.
You guys started talking about books, and
Yeah.
you sub-branched, and then
Yeah.
it dropped down again, and then
We're
we
started
ended
talking
up
about
on.
books, and
Then we
Corey's
started talking about fucking public subs,
Yeah. Oh,
which
yeah.
shit,
deep
yeah.
dick and
Oh, yeah.
slow ass
Oh,
music.
yeah.
Just the whole spectacle when you were like a
God,
young
yeah.
age, and you see the opening shot where they're coming up in the jeeps and there's the dinosaurs moving in herds,
Yeah.
The brontosaurus
and
all
that
yeah.
fucking music.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like there was not a person in that whole crowd that was like lame.
Yep.
Like
right.
every single
Sucks.
Like, as a matter of fact, the brontosaurus was only 30 feet tall.
yeah, like every single motherfucker in that whole goddamn crowd was like,
Hell yeah.
you could hear it, like everyone
Yeah.
take a gasping breath, and like, man,
Yeah,
all I had to
people
say about
actually-
that is that the T-Rex don't want no slow goat. That
I
motherfucker
don't
wants to hunt.
No.
Oh shit, he wants to
He's
hunt
gotta
that
go
fast
hunting.
goat.
But they ran that fucking
fast goat
franchise
pussy.
into the ground as far as
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, the
fucking
raptors were like moving the bushes,
Yeah.
going.
They're like doing calculus in the sand, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
They're like doing string theory.
Like, they're looking up in the sky.
And he's
with a
like,
fucking,
he's like, clever girl. Wait,
Yeah.
that's quantum physics.
Yeah.
That's really fucking clever.
One of them has that fucking
Oh, yeah.
Einstein fro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lost World. So shitty.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did Samuel Jackson actually survive?
No, he died.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Or did he
Yeah.
survive?
Yeah, 'cause
No, he
his
got eaten by the arm.
Because
Remember
his arm came
yeah.
down and she goes, "Oh, Mr.
Oh, that's right.
What was his name?
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
I don't know.
Whatever, Mr.
I almost made a
Anderson.
really inappropriate
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah, no, I almost was Mr. Like our fucking podcast just turns off.
It would be the
Yeah, he
first
got-
podcast
he
to be
got
hit by the
eaten up.
FCC.
Yeah, exactly.
He got eaten up going to the power fucking
Yeah.
generator thing.
Oh, that's right.
And
That's
that
right. That's
it
right.
happens the same way in the book, but we get to see it happen
Right.
in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like another big chunk they took out of the book was the beginning with the copies, or that dude the girl. It was the
Yeah, the
that's
little
what we
girl,
were
yeah.
talking about. Yeah, in the very beginning, and then they put that in the second one, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and then the third one was the one where they went back to
It
the
was like
island.
old timey. One of them
And
was
it was-
old timey. I remember
Well,
that.
the third one.
The third one they went back to the island, and it was
The second one, they bring the dinosaurs
it was,
to
uh,
the mainland.
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That
then
was
the-
the San Diego
and then
one
the
with
third
the
one, they go.
T-Rex in the
Yeah,
city.
they take it back. To
They're
the
like,
third
let's
one.
rip off King Kong.
Yeah.
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 Exactly. Was that in the book? The first book?
I don't think so. I
Ah.
don't remember that at all.
That scene was really fucking ridiculous.
They're
The
like,
kid's like
you gave
waking
it
up.
adrenaline.
The kid's like
Like, you
waking
put-
up and he like looks out his window and there's like a T-Rex running down the
And
street. I was
the
like,
dog
"God."
is missing. Yeah. The chain is hanging from.
Yeah.
Like, go back to
Yeah.
bed. He's just hunting fast goats. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Go back to sleep.
Dude, you can see like the T-Rex goes to the mall and he's just like just looking at all the girls walk by. He's like, I'm gonna get me one of these fast goats. I want to get some fast goat. Like, you see him on a hoverboard like in the fucking future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like just ripping off a bunch of movies.
Did you guys see Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah. I
'cause I'm
love
not-
that movie.
No, I haven't seen it.
That
You would
movie's
actually probably
fucking
dig it.
awesome.
Yeah, I love Pixar if that's what it is.
It is. It's
Yeah.
a Pixar flick. And
Yeah.
the other thing that's really cool is that there are so many little nuances throughout the whole movie that relate to not only video gaming our generation, but also movies.
Yeah.
Like there's references to Back to the Future. There's references to a bunch of different types of movies. And there's actually a scene where they actually ride around on the actual Pitbull hoverboard or Biff's board.
Yeah.
In the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
Yeah.
there's like a whole bunch of weird little things that you gotta really pay attention to.
Yeah.
But it,
Like,
it
I
blew my
liked-
mind the first time I saw
I
it.
liked. I think my favorite part about it was Qbert. Like Qbert was so awesome. Just the fact like they had everything, like the language. They call it Cubernese or whatever.
I remember hating
But,
that
like,
fucking game with a passion.
Oh, that game was tough, man.
It was. I was just like, he
It
just
was a
hopping
tough
on,
one,
he
dude.
just hopping on boxes.
Yeah. It's simple, but it's difficult. It's like it's kind of like Excitebike when you go back and play Excitebike. You know, like
It's only-
I always sucked at Excitebike when I was little, but now that I understand high low, like
High-low.
high gear, low gear,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
oh yeah, I'm tearing it up.
Yeah, man.
See, that's like those
Tear
video
it up.
games only work because you discovered them before you discovered your dick. After that, you're like,
I don't know if that's true.
Qbert. Yeah. See, I couldn't. After you beat it real good, Qbert really doesn't. I mean, it doesn't
I've
have the same
beaten
appeal.
Qbert pretty good, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was fucking ambidextrous. I could
Yeah.
fucking
With
slam
that
out some
Atari
Qbert,
stick, like-
slam myself out
Yeah.
at the same
See,
time.
what you do is you stick the Atari stick up your ass and you try to like squeeze your butt around it.
You just gotta move around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
oh yeah. Did you guys?
That's
did you guys
gross.
ever see the Wizard?
The wizard
The
Fred
Wizard
Savage.
sleeve?
with the power glove at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yes.
Yeah,
Lucas,
dude.
right? With the power glove. Wasn't his
Yeah.
name Lucas?
I believe so.
Hell yeah.
What was the other movie that I liked when I was a kid? Flight of the Navigator.
Flight of the
Oh,
Navigator
God,
was
dude.
badass.
I was
That movie
obsessed.
still holds up. It's so
Um,
good.
That's a solid one.
And,
What
and
other
Sarah
movie?
Jessica Parker only looks like a pony in that film. She doesn't look like a full blown horse yet.
What was the
The
war
Last
game
Starfighter.
one? The Last Starfighter was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're talking Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
that War Games.
Yeah,
War
War
Games.
Games, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
really good.
Which, like, if you watch it now, you're like, there's a room full of generals, and this little kid is the one who's saving the world. I don't
He's
know,
badass
man.
at the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the best video game movies ever made definitely was Grandma's Boy though.
Oh,
And
shit,
that's
yes.
And I mean
Hilarious.
that's almost borderline not even a video game movie. I mean it is because they work at a,
Right,
a video
yeah.
game developer, but it's not. I think it's
Nick
more of
Schwartz's
just a.
best work, man.
Oh, yeah, by
That
far.
dude's fucking hilarious. Man.
But it's just a stoner comedy. You know,
Yeah,
it's
That's the
It is
best
what it
thing
is.
that those group of guys have done.
yeah.
You think
oh,
so?
Happy Madison,
yeah.
yeah.
Because after, like, Adam Sandler movies really started to suck it hard.
Dude, Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore and Billy Madison are both pretty
Happy
fucking
Gilmore is
funny.
one of my favorite
After-
movies ever made.
after
Like, that
Waterboy,
movie is
they were-
fantastic, dude.
dog shit after that. But then Happy Madison came around. It's just like those guys needed a job, so they made movies.
Yeah, but
that's the best one.
Brilliant thing that that's the most brilliant idea. Like you've already got your foot
or whatever it was. Oh god, I hated this so much.
I didn't see that one actually.
It sucked it hard, like really hard.
I'm trying to think here. What else as as a little kid? Like I was obsessed with Indiana Jones.
Yep. Star Wars.
Watched those religiously.
Oh God, still
Back
do.
to the
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about a movie that's pretty iconic that every time it's on, I have to watch it, and it may be lame to say it, but it's fucking Forrest Gump.
Oh, my God, I love Forrest Gump.
Did we talk about him having AIDS?
Yeah,
we did.
I think we did.
Did we already have this conversation?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but Forrest Gump doesn't get the HIV virus.
As far as the film goes, Forrest Gump is awesome.
He's sucking dick for coke because he has the AIDS and his son has the AIDS. So him and his son are just like sucking dick for coke.
Slow, sloppy head.
Yeah,
so gross.
Oh man,
God damn, I love that movie.
Yeah, that movie is fucking fantastic.
It's one of those
great.
movies like
I keep saying fantastic.
There's a bunch of movies that like they just no matter where they're at in the movie, if I catch it on TV, even if I have shit to do, that's just gonna be put on hold.
Dude, for some reason, Die Hard gets me every time. Every time. Every damn time.
This last one was so hokey, but
I didn't
fun.
see like the last one. I saw the one before where he shoots the dude.
One with Kevin Smith.
He kills the bad guy through himself.
Yeah, that's the one with Kevin Smith. Yeah.
That one was sweet.
Yeah, that one was good. This one was like I said, this one is actually more like a video game. Yeah. Like the way that it's shot and the way that it looks, and it's like very predictable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like the CGI is actually done very well, but it's like so over the top ridiculous. Like here comes a helicopter that's spinning out of control. You got to jump and grab the fucking like the base of the helicopter, and as it spins around, you got to jump off to the other building. You know, like and they're doing that shit.
Like that scene in the Avengers when Nick Fury jumps out of the helicopter that's being shot down and lands perfect and turns around and takes a couple shots.
Yeah, it's pure fantasy.
I laughed fucking so hard through that entire scene, just laughing.
Think about this.
Off.
When's the last time you could even see a cop that was in shape enough to get into their car without making that sound, like they're trying to suck it in to squeeze between their seat and the steering wheel?
Yeah.
No cop on earth could do what John McClane can do.
No.
Although there are, I don't know if that's necessarily true. There's SWAT guys out there that are fucking like ex.
Yeah, but they're not really
special
cops.
Those tactical motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're like ex special forces that once they get retired out of the forces, they go into like SWAT mode and they don't do normal street shit. Yeah. These guys are like DEA like SWAT Nazis.
They're like, the captain of the SWAT team in Orlando actually trains at our gym. He's this old guy. He's badass. But he is not jumping onto helicopters. He's got a fucking M4 or whatever they have, and he's just gonna shoot people down.
Right.
But for me, I'm like, when I was a GM of this club downtown, the cops would always come by, and I'm like, man, if you guys didn't have guns, you'd be fucking helpless. Because they're just like, I mean,
they're like slow dads.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
they're like the dads
like
that are taking their
goats that no one wants to catch.
Yeah.
They'll yell at you pretty good, but they ain't gonna do much.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know it's really fucked up. They'll arrest bums just to take up 4 hours of their shift.
Yeah, of course.
Because it takes hours to process somebody. Yep. You have to be there the entire time to the process. But they won't do it
at the end of the night. Like,
no,
there's
of
this
course
cop
not.
who used to come. He's like, I think I'm done for the night. And he still have like 4 hours left of his shift, and he just hang out in the club.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because if you have to arrest somebody, then that process takes 3 to 4 hours. And if you do it in your last, you do it in the last hour of your shift, you gotta fucking stick around.
Yep, some OT.
And then the next morning, you get up and you go. And no, their salary, fuck OT. Yeah. You gotta fucking be scheduled.
I'm just saying that's some overtime, regardless of getting paid.
They're not.
You're burning that midnight oil. Yeah. You're stuck.
The whole police officer thing is
I want to say fuck you to that cop who he was kind of a cool guy, but man, what a sketchy dickhead he was. I'm not going to say his last name in case it gets back to him, because I do like to go downtown for stuff every once in a while.
What's another movie I always get stuck watching? Sorry. Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Any of the vacation. Well, actually, I can't say any.
Europe
Christmas or summer.
Yeah.
Christmas, summer, and Europe. Europe's solid too. You get to see some boobs.
Vegas is really good.
You get to see some boobs in
like
Europe.
The Vegas one?
I like the Vegas one.
I don't think I've ever actually sat through the entire Vegas one.
What?
No.
The Vegas Vacation is fucking awesome as fuck.
For me, that's the only place that Chevy Chase belongs. Like, I see him outside of that, I'm like, yeah, I don't think so, Chevy.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. I don't know.
No Three Amigos?
See,
dude, that movie doesn't hold up.
Not.
That was one of my favorites when I was a kid.
They used to do that stupid dance.
Yeah, I saw it recently.
It
like
sucks.
when I say recently, like within the past couple months.
Yeah, I saw it a couple weeks ago when I was taking a piss at Rocco's Tacos. They had
it doesn't
hold
up. It doesn't hold up. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I mean,
hold up.
I
And
got
it's
to
a
see, like,
shame
2
too
seconds
because
of
I
it,
like
but-
really liked it when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
okay.
But and the reason I liked it when I was a kid is because it's fucking super campy. Like it's one of the most campy fucking movies of all time.
Totally.
And now I'm like, I was watching it for like, and I think I watched almost the whole thing, and I was just like fucking boring me to tears.
Yeah,
I could
oh, yeah.
not believe how shitty
yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
I do like how that's like a Saturday Night Live camp movie though.
Yeah,
Like that's
totally.
that's like one of those camps of Saturday Night Live,
There's
like just
spin-offs.
like yeah,
Yeah.
like what was it? Oh, like the Wayne's World one, Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
And that's
Mike
another one.
Myers
The first Wayne's World, dude. No
Oh,
matter where it's at in the
awesome.
movie,
Oh,
I
yeah.
will catch it, and I'm there. And that was
Two-
another one of those movies.
I think
that
there's
you
3
quote.
of them, right?
Yeah,
Or is there 2 of them?
I don't know.
That second one, man, so disappointing. Where they put on like Wayne stock.
Yeah, that was really
That
bad.
was pretty shitty.
Yeah.
They did have a Jurassic Park reference in it though.
They did.
Remember?
Yeah, geriatric park.
Yes, they
It
did.
was the walker foot that came down.
I
Yeah.
think what else from the childhood?
Well, I'm trying to
realm?
think of like the Saturday Night Live camps now. Like, which was your like favorite era? Like, I mean, like there was
Chris
the
Farley, without
you
a
think
doubt.
you think Chris Farley? Like, and would
My
you take?
favorite? Oh God, yeah.
Tommy
Yeah?
Boy,
Tommy Boy, Black Sheep, Beverly Hills Ninja.
Beverly
yeah.
Hills Ninja.
Yeah, hell yeah,
I was fucking
dude. Tommy
crazy.
Boy,
Yeah.
Tommy Boy holds up no matter what.
Yeah, because it's Chris Farley, man. He's so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Did you ever see the other Black Sheep? Not Chris Farley and David Spade, the New Zealand Black Sheep, where these 2 hippies are on this sheep farm in New Zealand, and they steal this
Sounds like a
radioactive
bestiality.
waste. Like they're trying, like the owners of the sheep farm are trying to create the perfect sheep, and they happen upon it. And they steal like some
So that's been
radioactive
trying
shit
to-
and break it. And all of a sudden, this
The
little
perfect sheep.
Check it out. So like
Yeah.
this shitty, like nasty mutant sheep, almost like Ninja Turtle, like kind of thing happens where like it bites another sheep and then the sheep gets infected.
Oh,
and
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Holy crap! There's a scene where the sheep come over the hills like the
Yeah.
dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, like and they're
Crazy.
hunting people,
There's
they're
one-
eating people. Like it is one of the campiest, like in the theme of Sam Raimi, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil Dead,
There's
Army
one
of
where they did
Darkness
with
movies.
rabbits,
It's
too, actually.
fucking awesome. Like.
Never seen it.
They do it with rabbits. It's called like
okay, well,
Lupin
I
something.
you're leaving here with that DVD to
Yeah,
watch.
it's crazy.
It's it's fucking
Have you guys?
great.
I talked about this before.
Black Sheep? Watch it, Black Sheep.
Have you guys seen Visitor Q yet? Anybody?
No.
No.
God.
Nope.
No one has seen this fucking movie. It's a Japanese subtitle movie, and it is by far one of the most. Okay. I've already discussed Visitor Q so many times on this goddamn podcast, but I'm gonna throw it down one more time. So it's based off of the late '90s era of reality TV, like The Real World.
So like
But it's-
Truman Show, that kind of thing.
Not really. Not like that. It's like from the perspective of a director who is doing a reality-based documentary on a family.
Yeah.
And this family is the most degenerate fucking incestuous necrophilia, fucking
yeah.
just the most twisted fucking sexual shit you can think of.
So it's like,
and the way the movie starts out, like it's this guy and he's going
House
to see
of
a
1,000
prostitute.
Corpses style?
Not really. It's actually it's almost like an erotic film, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like the thing
I have no
start-
idea.
It's kind of like porn, but not really.
Yeah,
It's not
like
porn.
Kind of like sex, but it's not sex at all.
But it's not. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
porn. Like it makes you uncomfortable because the
It's
first
like
scene,
sex, but there's no penetration.
the very first
Oh.
scene in the movie is
Red
like
Shoe Diaries.
this guy who goes to a whorehouse and he's like with this prostitute or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and he starts banging this prostitute out, and then at the end he says, "I'll see you at home," and she's like, "Okay, Dad," blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
and you realize he's banging his daughter the whole time, and then it's when
Whoa.
you're like the whole time you're like
yeah.
this, you're like, you hear this e brake in your head go, you're like, ah, and then the next scene
That's
is
awesome. I'm gonna go home and jerk off.
Dude,
right now.
the next scene is even more fucked up, and then the next scene's even
'Cause it's
more fucked
anal?
up, and then more fucked up,
Ass to
and
mouth?
more fucked up. It just keeps
The dog comes in and licks it off his balls.
keeps going and going and
Family
going.
dog, not a random dog. The family dog.
Because it's their dog.
It just turns
Yeah.
into the aristocrats thing.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that whole joke.
But bro, let me tell you, and like I've made a couple of my friends sit through it, and I just want to watch their reaction because every time, like, your face does that morph where you're like watching it and you become uncomfortable, and your face is like,
Oh yeah, I love those train wreck movies.
and then it just gets worse and worse and worse, and by the end of it, your face goes back to normal because you're completely numb to what
Yeah.
you're seeing.
Yeah.
And the only way you can even get the film now, you have to go to like comic book stores, and they have to order it from Japan.
See,
oh
here's
wow.
the thing
Have you
about
heard of
those-
a movie called Gummo? No. It's about a small town in Indiana that gets destroyed, like completely just wrecked by this tornado, just ravaged, right? And the town falls to shit. But it's just about like life in this town after everything gets to shit. So it's normal.
A documentary.
Kinda. It's not real life. There's actors and shit in it. It's not a real life documentary.
You could just watch
but
it.
Like,
you just go to Detroit. It's happening right now.
It's a really that's exactly it. It's exactly how Detroit is right now. But it's just so fucked up watching it. Like you're like disgusted with yourself after seeing it. The kids go around hunting cats with BB guns and poisoning them with like cat food, like with glass, so they can then collect the cats and then sell it to the local Chinese restaurant.
You don't want. Listen, no,
like
that's not the way you
crazy.
do it. Listen, if you're gonna kill cats to feed to the Chinese restaurants, everyone knows you soak their food in antifreeze because it has a sugary taste and they love it.
They love it,
and then it kills them really quickly.
Tenderizes the meat.
You don't want glass inside your fucking.
He was looking for quick kills, and then he moved on to rat poison.
Your wonton soup. You don't want glass in that.
No.
Yeah, but
speaking of which, I had Chinese food today. It was so good.
Oh, dude. I haven't
had Chinese in a really long time.
Me neither, man. It's been a minute. Oh, Chinese food's so good.
I've been
You're so hungry after that shit.
I've been on this kick where I haven't been eating much lately, and like anytime I do eat, I eat like half of whatever I ordered. And
we should go to lunch sometime. So I can get 1.5 portions.
He's gonna clean up.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna eat that and be like, I haven't even touched it yet. I know, but you said
you don't need half.
Yeah.
I did it today, man. I stopped at this like fucking little place in Oviedo, and ordered a fucking Philly cheesesteak and French fries, and I ate like half the sandwich and like 4 French fries, and I was like, done.
Why didn't you bring it? You knew we were podcasting.
Yeah, right?
Because I had to fucking finish my work day, and there's no way to like put a fucking sub anywhere that's gonna keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Oh, I know that well. I always put it in my stomach.
Oh shit! Yeah. So anyone else have any other movies they want to fucking throw out there before we're getting close to the end?
Drained. I could talk endlessly about movies, but I feel like at this point we're just like beating the horse.
Yeah. You know what? The funny thing is too, like we totally went off of memory tonight. Like if we would have like actually put stuff together throughout the week.
I mean,
or came in with a stack of DVDs.
I sat down, dude. I sat down and watched. Like I got my stack right there of what I watched.
Yeah.
I watched Willow, Ghostbusters. I watched some.
That's a great movie,
dude. Yeah,
Willow's really good.
Hell yeah, dude. Matt Mardigan, dude. Val Kilmer.
Yeah, fucking
greatest swordsman.
And then that kind of transitions into Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Really fucking
really
good movie.
Yeah, I loved it.
You know what I mean? Like,
I also watched The Breaks. You ever seen The Breaks?
What's that?
It's kind of like it came out like 2000. It's kind of like Friday. Like this white Irish kid grows up in the hood.
No, I haven't seen it. And you know what? It's
really
gonna really
funny.
disappoint you guys. I've never seen Friday.
What?
I've never seen our next Friday or any of the Fridays.
The first Friday's the best. I mean, next Friday's really funny because Mike Epps is really good in that one. Never saw I saw bits and pieces of the third one, but
they're making the last Friday now.
I only saw the first one in like 5 minutes of the second one. But we have literally gotten to the point where like, hey man, did you ever see this one? It blew my fucking balls off. like we're literally like listing movies now, like from memory.
Oh, I'm just saying, I watched some Monty Python.
That's always classic.
Man. Fucking Holy Grail is the shit.
Yeah, I watched Life of Brian and Holy Grail. Oh my God, Life of Brian is
Life of Brian
amazing.
is great, but I don't have a sentimental attachment to it the way I do with Holy Grail.
Oh.
See, because it's like I remember it's
a quotable thing.
Yeah,
I think it's like just like.
And as a 13-year-old, it's like it really appeals to that like.
Yeah,
that kind of humor that a 13-year-old.
It's like the cleanest version of Dick and Fart humor.
Yeah, exactly.
Ever written, and it's genius. Yeah, it is genius.
No, totally.
Yeah,
like Holy Grail is kind of like the frat movie, like where everybody's like down with it. Everybody knows it. And then I think like Life of Brian and like the meaning of life and all the other stuff is kind of like the niche,
right?
Like the hardcore Monty Python fans get it. Like they're not going to be all, hey, remember that, and be all snotty about it. But at the same time, it's fucking fantastic filmmaking. Yeah, love that shit.
To me, like that's when I got into like English humor because he says shit funny like your arm's off instead of like the way we'd say is like your arm's cut off.
Yeah,
like you have an arm off, and to me, I was just like,
what
fucking English people?
Your arm's off. What? No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, Monty Python's fantastic. It's fucking great shit. Fawlty Towers. All
I
that
think my
stuff.
fucking computer just took another shit, bro.
no.
I'm not kidding, man.
Well,
I am not fucking kidding, and it's really pissing me off.
It's almost 10:10.
You fucking piece of shit.
Piece of shit computers.
Fuck. No, I take that back. I love you, Mac.
Dick in the podcast.
That's this is my favorite thing in the world. Actually, is my computer and this equipment, and my guitar. Those are my favorite things. Like if someone was like to take this away and then they took my guitar away, I'd probably commit suicide.
Well, not a bad choice.
Fuck you.
Hey, man, if Castro could kill himself over jail, you could kill yourself over a guitar.
I guess so.
Because there's definitely no other guitar on earth.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They just
totally.
took it away. You know what I mean? Like they took away my ability to like play guitar or
Yeah.
you know, like
Your ability
this.
to surf the net, yeah.
Yeah, but is that bad compared to getting like butt fucked by some inmate?
I don't know. I've never tried that.
Yeah.
Well,
Could be my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, you're
really
like,
true.
well,
Try anything
see, I thought I
once,
was
twice
gonna-
if I like it.
Yeah,
so you said I get 2 cock meat sandwiches a day?
Yeah.
That is his favorite thing in the world: cock and a sandwich.
Oh my goodness!
3 hots and a cock.
Fucking sign me up.
Yeah.
3 hots and a cock.
I think that, kids, is where we got to leave. Because it's not getting any better than that.
You know,
We just put a fucking hat on that one.
I
Alright.
did have this extra letter thing I wanted to read, but since tonight isn't the 1-year anniversary, apparently,
Uh-oh.
You're off by 2
I'm
months.
gonna save it. It is
Yeah.
funny, but now
Yeah.
we're up to the end of the show,
Yeah.
and I kind of forgot about it. But it's this new segment thing where I have a letter written.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
this
boy.
is actually topical because this one is
Seth
about
does that too. He writes a little essay.
it's about Burning Man that just finished,
Mhm.
which is funny, and then the next one's gonna be about Syria. You want me to just read it?
No, save it.
Yeah.
Save it for next week.
Save it.
Hang
for
on to it.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I think next week I'll get another letter, and the segment's gonna be called "Letters from Uncle Mac,"
Yeah.
who is
You
traveling the
definitely-
United States
Uh-huh.
right now.
Sweet.
And he does random things like Burning Man.
Okay.
And he just went to Syria, which is pretty.
That's
pretty
sketchy,
sketchy
right,
right
now.
now.
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah.
And he's gonna write a letter from Syria, and I told him he's got to get out soon.
Dude, that takes some balls, man. You wouldn't catch
Yeah.
me dead in Syria right now. Fuck that.
Well,
you'd
that's the only way we would catch you
I was gonna
is
say
in
you
Syria.
would catch me dead. I'd probably be lying on a fucking street corner.
Yeah.
Shit.
Dead.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
what
Don't
song to
shoehorn
play
it in. Definitely, you got to
Yeah.
give it some. Yeah.
So
And-
we're reading that letters next week.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll read the
And,
letter
uh,
next
Okay.
week, and then
Oh yeah.
we're gonna do it Friday night.
Yeah. I'm
back
okay with-
here,
Yeah. Cool.
Friday night, and
That's
we'll
sick.
figure out a time,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then I guess we will catch you at that point.
Yep.
This has been episode 34.
Yep,
I am Corey Shuba. Sitting across from me is,
Matt Agizio.
and to my left,
My name is Seth. And,
That's Seth.
And I sing R&B songs. Slow.
deep dicking.
Deep dick.
This is not slow deep dicking music.
No, it's
This
not at
is
all.
the Silver Sun Pickups, and this is Panic Switch. You've been listening to the Degenerate School of Wizardry, and we will catch you guys next week. Thanks a lot, guys.